It was a quick hour, right?
But I'll probably drop for a little while and then come back.
Okay. All right. Cool.
The only problem with this is now the people that were muted gonna find their way in here to get on my nerves, but I'll be leaving early anyway. Maybe Jerry feel like going through it.
Okay.
Um, no, I don't. You know what? We honestly tried, right? So when they say that we're being HATE full or divisive, that's them projecting or trying to make themselves feel better. Because when you think about it, Africans been cut us off, right? If you have that ancestry where they captured some of the ancestors and traded them to the Europeans, right? So we really shouldn't have even gave them a second chance. I don't even know
Beers,
what
let
we
me
were
let me
thinking
explain
under
that to you,
the
Beers.
spell. Hold on, why are you? I'm talking to the host, and then everybody says I'm mean, right? When I take your heads off, my children know
No,
to
listen,
come in and wait
sweetheart.
until I
Don't
finish
worry, sweetheart.
speaking.
Stay on mute, you fucking degenerate.
I'm talking. I'm answering the prompt with the host. Your input is not needed, sir. So yeah,
Let me know when I
right.
have to squeeze in.
So here's the issue. The Africans are their ancestors. They descend from slave traders. And I think that is really asinine and kind of diabolical that we remain Pan-African for so many years, just trying to champion them on, not really understanding that they viewed us as competition or beneath them all this time. Because listen to the shit they say out their mouth, right? It's like they feel so emboldened because they think they untouchable. They thought the Dems would always be in office. I refuse to help an African or even think of any alliance with them. A conversation, maybe, but no, we were never together. We're not connected, nor should we ever try to be. Okay, they can't accept it because without us, what do they have? They are primitive. They miss some very important developmental stages in life. They can't even recreate the wheel. That man went over there, a famous boxer, just won, whatever, and went over there and almost unalive because Nigeria doesn't even have proper ambulance service. Guess what, though? Black Americans, when they wouldn't come and service us, we created the first ambulance. Like, we just ain't the same people. The Caribbeans are a little different, Out of everybody, I thought the Caribbeans would have known how to stand in alliance with us because guess what? They were traded, bartered, and sold too from the continent. However, they are just as tribal as the Africans. And if anything, they might be a little worse than the Africans. Look at Yvette Clarke. Look at Brian Donalds, Westmore. They got more telling us no in our government than I believe we have Africans telling us no, although they both say no to whatever it is we're asking for. So I think that we cannot divide something that was never together. And I could go to history for that. They locked us out of home ownership in places like New York, and they come up here and lie to everybody saying that we were so unified. But I can go tell y'all to go to Oxford Press, and it'll show you we were never unified. This is coming out in our reparations hearings. This is history. They have a history. The Caribbean and the Africans are turning their backs on us
You guys
when
will
we've
never
only
get
tried to champion them the most, right? We really tried to champion them the most. And the reason why they're coming up here jumping off their mic is because they can't actively or with facts rebuttal me, right? So they want to disrupt what I'm trying to say. They don't want the message to get out. But if y'all go to the Oxford Press, it'll show you how the Caribbean, specifically in New York, locked us out of home ownership purposely. They purposely became the willing tools of white supremacy. They are melanated colonizers,
power.
and they don't
White-
deserve another chance
White power.
with us, period.
White power.
It's not your turn. It's not your turn.
White power these nuts.
That is not your turn. We have an order up here, guys, okay? I'm venting with the host.
Yeah, I know a lot of y'all are degenerates and, primitive savages, but let her finish.
Yeah, so and why can't they accept that we don't want any oh, because look at what they're facing. But look at since around the pandemic, well, since around the 50th anniversary of hip hop, we have had a different type of light on us that they're not used to. We're being overly shown or what they feel hyped for our accomplishments so much that they're trying to dim it by saying it started in South Africa. No, the Caribbeans did this, and that, and the third. We were too isolated for the Caribbean and the Africans to do anything. Were they allowed to participate? Yes, but in hindsight, we should have never even let them participate. Period. They don't know how to be respectful.
Right?
So they're jealous and they don't have anything. Afrobeats, we got the power to cancel shit. You know that, right, D?
Oh, Afrobeats is on a
We're
decline. It's on a decline.
right.
Nobody listens to that shit anymore.
That's what I'm saying. What have they done that's notable? What have they done? They need to latch on to us because they don't have nothing else. They can't even create a good music genre. And we gave them that, like we helped them, and they still can't make shit pop. Why? You know why? Because Burna Boy stood up and said, somebody said, how can the diaspora come together? I'm paraphrasing. He said, well, let's take the African Americans. They don't know where they come from. Stop making us the guinea pigs in your theories when we are the most documented out of all melanated groups. So we know where we come from, right? You should not put your mouths on our genealogy. Y'all need to figure out who's your fourth great grandmother and what y'all were before Nigeria was named Nigeria, or before Ghana was named Ghana, or before Africa was named Africa. And I don't want an oral story. I want documents. I can't find none on y'all. So they don't want to let us go because, or don't want to admit that we ain't the same, or that they were the ones that caused the erosion in the relationship because they won't get the shine that we were allowing them to get, or if anything, giving them it ourselves because of pan-Africanism. But those days are over. I land.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're gonna go to Village Boy.
Yo,
Village
what's up, my
Boy.
boy?
Oh wait, where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
I'm Nigerian, African.
All right, well you gonna wait though. I seen the comments that you put in the chat, and if you think you're gonna come up here and talk about that, you just gonna get blocked. So if you want to speak about if you want to speak
Hitler,
about,
Hitler, Jews, Jews,
if you
Hitler,
want
racist, racist, Hitler,
to,
rape,
shut up,
rape, Hitler, Hitler,
bitch.
rape.
Shut up, bitch. All right. Mother. Now listen, if you do want to participate, you're gonna wait until I come to you. It's that simple. Other than that, I'm gonna just block you. I'm gonna mute you, and that's gonna be it. But Village Boy,
punk ass hoe. You a
okay,
punk.
cool. I heard worse from better. All right, Village Boy.
Yo, yeah, what's up?
All right, you said you from Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where you presently located?
America, baby.
Of course, I know you. You don't want to be amongst the open defecators, right?
I'm in America, that's all I know. So,
No, but are you gonna help go back and help build toilets in your country, though?
this is my country, though.
Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers! I swear to God. Oh man, what's your thoughts on the prompt?
Black Americans, Africans, something ever connected. No, we were never connected, so, yup.
Oh,
Answer the
okay.
question?
Yeah. All right.
But wait, why do some of your people, why can't they accept that there's no any connection between us?
Bitch ass up, nigger, nigger, Hitler, Jews, Hitler, Hitler.
A Village Boy, can you tell me that? Why would some Africans come up here and tell us we're nothing but African and all that rhetoric there? Why can't they accept that there's no connection? Have you ever talked about that with
No,
them?
it's complicated, so
Would you ever talk with them like that?
no,
About that?
no.
Why not? Why not?
Because they do have, it's their pseudoscience is backed by some form of history book and evidence and all of that. So,
Are you in New York?
yeah.
I know it. I'm done. I think I'm done. God damn it.
Okay.
Yo, hello.
Yeah, wait, you a Somali?
If I was Somalian, I'd hang myself.
Are you a balloon head?
I have white skin, sir.
Okay, what's your ethnicity?
My ethnicity is European.
It's not a fucking ethnicity, you
You want to
fucking
know what
dipshit.
country, sir?
Nigger, Hitler, Jews, rape, Hitler, Jews.
You want to know what country, buddy?
Yeah,
My
hold on.
ancestors come from
Hold on real
Czechia,
quick. Hold on real
Germany.
quick. Wait a minute.
I'm a 12th gen
Wait a
American. I can trace
minute.
my shit back
Wait
to
a
the
minute, you
1600s.
fucking degenerate. Shut the fuck up.
I don't listen to niggers. You're a nigger.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. These people really, they are really, I see like all the trolls came in. All the trolls came up in this motherfucker. I wonder why they so,
Comes up with
we
the
got,
delay. I actually disconnected him before when he said his genealogy or he came in. I already knew where
yeah,
he was about to go. What the hell's up with these? Who the hell keep letting these
I don't
damn
know.
cowards up?
I don't know why we got white people upset. We got YTs upset. Degenerate, primitive people is wild today. On the second go round.
They know YT. They know they Ellis Islander. That's why they in their feelings. They know they ain't no heritage American. They a bunch of immigrant poor peasants just like all the others. Ain't nothing no difference between a African and a European peasant. It don't matter. The only thing the difference is the date, I guess, the boat and how they got here. But they all fucking peasants, immigrants.
Exactly. All right, BX, you got a hot mic. BX. BX over there munching. All right, Manju.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
All right, where you from, Manju?
Well, I'm from Liberia, West Africa, and I live on the West Coast.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
So
Hey,
um,
Kiki. What's your thoughts on the prompt, sir?
my thought is, what's the we? You're saying they accept that we don't want any connection to them. Who's the we? Because
Black
I've
Americans.
got 11 Black Americans in my family,
What
and
the fuck
those
do
are
that have
all
to do? What do that
those
have
are
to do
all
with us?
in-laws, and they
Hold
call
on. What
themselves
hold on.
African
Wait a
American.
minute. What does that have to do with us as a collective, sir?
Well, it's not you as a collective talking like that. The fuck you're talking.
Okay, you can talk in the audience, you fucking piece of shit.
So you're a jackass. That's what you are.
Hold on, I wasn't speaking to you. Hold on, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the person that was rude that jumped off his mic.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
Now I asked you a question. What does 11 people have to do with a collective?
No, it's not a collective. I outside of X, outside of social media, I don't know any Black American or African American that calls themselves FBA. Zero.
Who the fuck
And,
said I call
Um,
myself FBA?
right.
well,
Where
you
do you
guys,
see
it's
FBA on
the
this room?
FBA talking points that you guys are
No,
pushing.
it's not. It's Black
Hello,
American
hello.
talking points.
No,
Right.
it sounds.
Hold on, sir.
It,
Hold on. It says we are Black Americans. Africans and Caribbean. Oh, it says word Black Americans. It says word Black Americans. It doesn't say foundational Black Americans. And this be the whole issue. If a person does not tell you that they're foundational Black American, do not assume that. Y'all just want to pick at foundational Black Americans to try to go viral, and we're not going to give you that. Black American. This room is a Black American room. Please don't say foundational Black American, sir.
yes, ma'am. But you guys sound
No,
like
no. So I'm gonna stop there right there because you're giving into that trick as well. Black Americans are foundational Black Americans. It's not separate. We are just
I know.
a new ethnonym, but it's the same thing. They're still Black Americans. They used to call us African American back in the 80s. It's only 38 years old. But before that, we were Black we were Negro, we were colored, and we decided a new ethnonym because we got sick of having the African American, and we decided to adopt foundational Black American because that exactly what is a Black American. A Black American who is foundational to this country, that don't go anywhere else, that doesn't have an immigrant background. That's what they are. And it's not an
Shut your ass up,
ideology.
nigger, nigger,
It's
Hitler,
not,
Hitler, Jew. Shut up, nigger.
you're so weak that you can't even combat me without saying that. You're just trying to get the live shut down because you're too cowardice. Your penis is too damn small to actually come up and formulate with actual words or argument to articulate. That's why. That's why you keep saying that, because you're a fucking a coward. That's what you are. Say something better.
Jay,
I'm supposed to be an N-word, right? So how come an N-word can formulate a better sentence and articulate better than you? You're supposed to be higher than me. Go exercise your damn IQ and do better. So other than that, like I said, yeah.
Hey, bruh.
I'm sorry. So for me, when I asked them to do that, it's because there's a lot of people who are adhering to when we chose the new ethnonym, when it started becoming popular, right? There was a set of, if you can trace your ancestors here, amalgamation, ethnogenesis, right? So I get that. But there are people who don't believe in any of that, identifying as foundational Black American, causing it to be muddied, right? And then here comes then when people even tell them, look, I'm not foundational Black American, I identify as XYZ, they still say it. So it's just a lot of craziness going on. So I'm of the belief, right? So because I totally get what you're saying, and we do know I use it interchangeably, but I want them to start calling us by what the host is calling us as, because they're mislabeling people as foundational Black Americans, and some of them people be sounding real schizophrenic, and I'm just annoyed with it all.
Because
That's all, Jay.
I get
I'll
what you're
win.
saying, but you still have to premise on your point, and because when you're doing that, you were giving it to his narrative. By you not dispelling that and correcting him right then and there, you gave it as it was a separate group or entity. Because we are Black Americans. Black Americans are foundational Black American. Point blank. You know?
Correct. All right.
And that's it.
I got you. I got you, Jay. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I usually do that, but sometimes it get exhausted trying to, explain it. I'm not letting no more of y'all degenerates up. So we're gonna take our time with letting people up. And if they don't have a lot of if they not following a lot of people, I mean, if they don't have a lot of followers and they got new accounts, just don't even bring them up, please.
So can you guys explain what delineation is?
I mean,
And
hold on. Let me ask
and
you
how
this
does
real
it
quick.
work?
Let me ask you this real quick, sir. Is this
Yes,
your
sir.
first time participating in one of these conversations?
Well, not on your platform.
So that means that if you're familiar with what FBA is, then you're familiar with what delineation is. Why do we have to explain it to you?
Yeah, I'm talking about the practicality of it. It sounds nice, and
Wait,
there's a
no.
good ring
You
to
asked
it,
me. You just
delineate.
asked
But
me. No,
how do
you
you
asked me what.
practice it
Wait a
in
minute.
real life? How do you practice
Hold
it
on,
in
man.
real
Hold
life?
on. Hold
This
on a
is a
second. Wait a minute. God damn, I'm trying to like. You just
yes,
asked
sir.
me what. You asked me what it is. You just said what is delineation. You didn't say any of that other stuff. Okay. So you know what delineation is, correct?
Hey, what's everybody doing, man?
How
What's
is it
going on
Hey,
here?
practical?
hold on. Hey, look, why do people keep coming up here jumping off their mics? And I do know that when you came up here, you hear that I'm speaking. So have some respect if you want to participate in the conversation. We don't have to have a nasty conversation, but at least have enough respect to come on a panel and stay on
I'm
mute,
sorry,
especially if you hear someone speaking. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we will get to
but
you
I
soon.
I
All
just
right, hold on,
I'm
brother.
just
Hold
on here
on,
trying to
brother.
buy some.
Brother. Hold on. We will get to you shortly, for real. Coming right to you. So, mind you, you
Yes,
you
sir.
do you however you pronounce your name, you do know what delineation is, correct?
Yeah, I've got a rough idea of what it is, but I'm
Okay.
asking, how do you practice
All right.
it?
Let me ask you this real
I want
quick.
to know the practical aspect of it.
What's your ethnic group?
Ethnic group. I'm from Liberia, West Africa. We
Okay. So
don't.
is a Liberian and a Nigerian the same people?
No,
Okay, that's delineation.
no, we are Africans.
But y'all not the same ethnic group. Y'all not the same people.
Yeah,
That's
let me.
delineation.
No,
Okay,
Can
that's
I
all.
take
that
it?
no, that's a bad
Take,
example.
hey,
No,
That's
it's
a
let me
bad
not.
get let
example.
me
We
let me
are
get a
all
shot.
West Africans.
Let me get a try real quick. If you have if you have cardiac issues, do you go to an obstetrician? Go to an OBGYN if you have cardiac problems? You're trying to see somebody? Answer that. Are those words too big?
OBGYN, that's for ladies, women, isn't it?
Right. So why would you go if you're having cardiac issues, heart issues? Why would you go to
Bro,
an
hey
OBGYN?
Jay, we've spoken before
What?
on
Okay,
other
and so
platforms. That's a
answer
bad
the
example
question.
you're giving.
No, it's
That makes
not.
no
No, it's
sense.
not because
No, bro,
OB.
that makes no sense.
Hold your mouth and listen. OBGYN and a cardiologist are both medical professionals, right?
Bro, it's simple.
So if I wanted to just
Delineation,
search medical
explain
professionals,
delineation.
that's delineating. Because even though a medical professional is a medical professional, they have their own specialties. So you don't go to a cardiologist if you're having cardiac issues. You do not go to an OBGYN or obstetrician. That's not their field. They're not going to put a stick in your heart. They're not going to do anything for you. You do not go to a nephrologist for if you're having if you're trying to go for obstetricianary purposes. You're not going to go to a nephrologist to get a pap smear, sir. You're going to go for kidney issues. You're not going to go to a pediatrician if you're an old ass person. You're geriatric. That's delineation. When you go to a hospital, they have different sections and different rooms and different topics, different things. That's that. That's delineation. If you don't understand that in your small mind, then I can't help you.
Jay, because it makes no sense. Make it
All
make
right.
sense.
Hold on real quick,
Exactly.
man.
That's because you were pre-disabled, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. So I want to get to Dreadhead, then Mitt Tiwi, and then Kiki. So what's up, Dread?
What's going on, family? All right, so we're Black Americans, Africans, and Caribbeans, ever connected. I would say yes. When we were going by a flat blackness, I will say we were attempting to connect with the Caribbeans and the Africans under pan-Africanism, because if you are old enough to remember the 1990s, we had our African medallions, we had our red, black, and green, and we rocked with that ideology. You know what I'm saying? So there was a time when we tried to connect, but the disrespect got a little too loud, especially around maybe 2018, 2019-ish. People on the internet, the British people on the internet, and people trying to steal and claim credit for our innovations, such as hip hop. Especially with the 50th anniversary of hip hop was coming up, they started getting real disrespectful, and that's when we realized that we weren't really connected with these people. Like, these people are kind of just scavenging our culture and our history. So that's when we realized we really weren't. But let's see. And why can't they accept that we don't want any connection to them? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they benefit from those blurred lines of flat blackness. These are people who haven't had a win or an innovation or any influence in the world in 1,000 years. We're talking about they talking about Timbuktu still, a defunct
Exactly.
university from 1,000 years ago that used the Arabic language in order to transcribe literature. So what are we talking about? These people haven't had a win in 1,000 years. That's why they don't want to disconnect from us, because we are the culture, we are blackness, we are the innovators. We created the most influential culture in the history of the world. Now land there.
You said a lot, but you said nothing, Dre.
Hey,
That's
hold on.
because you just
Wait,
that's
wait,
because you don't
wait.
comprehend very well.
Yeah,
We
mind
heard how
you.
you didn't even get the brother's analogy.
I
Yeah,
mean, you guys don't have nothing close to
A
Timbuktu.
Tracks,
Tracks,
look, Tracks, stay
I
the
don't think
fuck.
you need to
Look,
be on here.
hold on real quick. A Tracks, listen, man. You just got up here. It's not on you. Please don't keep jumping off the mic. If you do it again, I'm just gonna block you. We're not gonna keep going through this today. All right? It's on my Tiwi. Is that how you pronounce your name? How do you pronounce your name, sir or ma'am?
Hey, it's me, Terry.
Metawe. Okay. Where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Congolese. I'm from
They
Africa.
won't. You sound muffled.
Sorry?
You sound like you were muffled, like your phone was covered up, your microphone.
Yeah,
What
I wear a headphone and I'm at work right
the
now.
fuck is that noise? All right, say it one more time.
Yeah, I'm at work right now and I use headphones, so I don't know if you can hear
All
me
right. Well,
well.
you sound better than you sounded before. Where you presently located?
Are you using a drill right now?
Sorry, you ask where I am right now?
Yeah, where you presently located? What country?
Yeah, I'm in the United States.
Of course. All right, real quick. Look, can you just stop that for a second if you want to participate?
I'm at work, so I cannot
All
stop
right.
it.
So, well, why would you come up to participate if you can't speak?
It's not like I can't speak. I just wanted to ask a question.
All right. Well,
Probably ask that in the audience because that's pretty distracting.
yeah. If you can't ask the question really quickly, we're gonna have to put you down. So go ahead, hurry up. Let's see.
Okay, my question was, why do you guys think that Africans and African Americans are not connected?
Okay. You where you say you're from? The Congo?
Yeah, yes, Congo DRC.
Okay. So you Congolese, huh? You Congolese, correct?
Yes, yes, I am Congolese.
So is you and a Ghanaian the same people?
Sorry?
Is you and a Ghanaian the same people?
No.
So why do you think that Black Americans and Africans are the same?
Sorry, if you ask if you are some people means like if you have some connection or any connection.
No, you answered it correctly the first time. You said a Senegalese, a Congolese person, and a Ghanaian are not the same people. It's the same difference between Black Americans and Africans. Okay, it's
Okay,
54 countries. Hold on, it's 54 countries. How the fuck are we gonna be the same?
okay, our difference is about countries, okay? But if we go deeper to
No,
check
our difference is we are a totally different ethnic group. We're not the same ethnic group as you people.
that an ethnic group come from another ethnic group, that's how it was created. Like someone started that ethnic group, right?
Hey, look, come back up when you had some time to speak. All right, you're welcome to come back up, but that noise is it's too much. Okay, okay. So it's on Kiki, and then we go to Brian, and then vague persona.
What is your name, Maju? Mahu? What is your name?
No, you got it right the first time. It's Manju.
Maju?
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
are you up here acting like you need an IEP at 30 plus years old?
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Tell me why you need an actual differentiated plan to help you understand what delineation means.
No, because I've
You know,
gotten.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something,
Can I
Matangi.
answer your
They
question?
are the actual original NPCs, right? So they come up here and you tell them that we don't have no connection. Then Jay gets off his mic and says, "Oh, is a Congolese, a Ghanaian different? No, we're not the same. Wait. Then he wants to move the goalpost and say, well, the connection, because no, we're not the same.
No,
We've never
that's
been the
not. That's
same.
not my.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. We've never been the same. We don't have the same foods. We don't have the same music. We don't have the same phenotype as far as facial features. We are not the same. My actual ancestors weren't lazy. My ancestors built universities. They have actual um, all types of stuff. Your ancestors didn't even build up your country. They didn't even care enough to make sure that their country was even built up for y'all. Your ancestors were lazy. We're not the same. Please make that make sense. We're not the same.
Is there anyone
There's no way that we are
Don't cut her
connected.
off. She listened to you,
Whether
Anisha.
when it comes to the documentation, your ancestors didn't even think enough of you all to document
Yeah,
hundreds of
you can't
years
go
of
on
your
Hold
filibuster.
history
on, let her finish.
at
I'm gonna
all.
let you respond. Let her finish.
At all. At all. No documentation to tell you where your fifth grandfather was from. You can't use Liberia because Liberia didn't even exist. So where is your fifth great grandfather was from? Tell me. We're not the same. I know where my fifth great grandfather was from here in the United States. We're not the same.
Are you true?
You know what?
I'm telling you, we're not the same. No documentation, no nothing. You don't even have the actual documents from the 1700s to even explain where your people were from. I do though.
Can I
Do
talk?
you? Do you?
Can
Just
I
say yes or
talk?
no. Do you?
Oh,
Do
you
you? Yes or
filibustering.
no?
Give me a chance to
Yes or
speak.
no? Do you? Do you have the documentation from 1700s to say where your great 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 grandparents were from? I just need it's simple. Yes or no? From 1700s.
Yeah, it's
Do
a
you
yes or
have
no
that
question,
documentation?
sir.
Yes, I have it.
Where were they from?
Wait a minute, where was it from?
Where were they from in 1700? What country were they living in? Name the country.
Liberia.
Liberia didn't exist in 1700.
When did
So what
Liberia
country was it?
when
What
did
country
Liberia
was it?
exist? When did Liberia exist?
1700.
When
Liberia name was Liberia in the
when did Liberia
1700.
exist?
In 1700 was Liberia named Liberia.
No, it wasn't. But
So
the landmass called
what's
Liberia
the
was there.
name? What was the name?
The
What was the
landmass
name?
called Liberia was there. It was called the Green Coast.
You
The
know
Green
what
Coast.
was the
I just
name?
answered your
I
question. The
asked
Green
you, and
Coast.
that's the thing. I asked you the name, and you couldn't even give me the name.
The Green Coast.
Liberia didn't, so it's called the Green Coast.
I said it like a
That's what's
million
on the
times, and you're not
documents.
hearing.
You
You're
didn't say
just
it a
talking.
million times. The
That's
first
your
time I
problem.
asked
You
you,
don't
you
listen.
couldn't even do it. No, you don't listen. Because the first time I asked you the question, you couldn't even tell me
If I
the
tell you that
answer.
Liberia was created by Black Americans, what would you say?
Are you trying to teach me something I already know?
No, you don't know it.
Are you trying to teach me something I already know where the name came from? So in 1700, I asked you originally, I said, what was the name of the country
What
that
documents
your
do
fifth
you
great
have from the
grandfather in
1700s?
1700s? I have it.
Black people in the United States were
Yes,
documented in the
yes, we
1800s.
were
So
no,
that's a
we were
lie. You
not.
just
We
told a
were
lie.
documented in the
You're
1700s.
a dummy, sir.
We were documented in
Right? And don't
1700s.
give him the name of the records either.
It was
Because
nameless.
We
you know, they're
were. We
infiltrating.
were.
Hold on, I want to talk to my people. They are infiltrating black groups. I went to check them out because I used to be a part of them, a few years ago. And I went over there now, and the group is a mess. So don't even give them the name of the records, but we are documented, sir. We're very well documented.
Documented as property.
What makes you think that there were
So
no
here's the
free blacks in the 1700s?
Hey y'all, real quick. Let me get
right.
to
We have plenty of primary sources that talk about there were free blacks with names and how they were free. And then you know what's so crazy? There was someone who was free just based off of winning the lottery. So what are you talking about? And that's documented.
all right. Let me get to Brian real
So
quick.
what are you talking about?
We gonna come back to Monju because that can go on for a
He
while.
bought
But
his slavery with lottery money.
right. Thanks, Kiki. Let's get to Brian really quick, and then we'll go to Black Germ, and then open the
Yeah,
panel up.
that's
Uh,
Brain Buster, by the way.
oh
Brain
yeah, I
Buster.
see. Okay, yeah, brain buster. Where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
I mean, I'm here in America with y'all, and my ethnicity is a Black American while I'm here, but I'm really an Israelite. I would
Oh,
like to comment on what you got here, which is great, a great panel, I think, and very smart people on here. Uh,
thank you.
I want to read the prompt. Say So were blacks, Americans, and Africans and Caribbeans ever connected? The answer to that is yes, not the Africans, though. Those are the Hamites. We are the Shemites. And to finish that, it said, and why can't they accept that we don't want any connection with them? Because they are not our people. They are not our people as a whole. We are a total separate people. We may look alike in some features, but we are not the same people. Even they know that. If you talk to a true African, they know you are not a Hamite. Now, to answer some of the stuff I heard, are Congo and Liberians the same people? It depends. Some of us did migrate to the Congos and Nigeria and the Sierra Leone, all those areas, the Uganda areas. Those are still some of our people still there today. Do we have the same customs? No. Like the young lady said, I can't pronounce her name.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit.
No, I was just saying
It's Kiki
to what you.
Lolo.
Oh, okay, to what you said. Yeah, we don't eat the same foods because a lot of our history and our customs has been erased based on. And I won't get into that. That's a whole nother show. So we know everything has been erased. Yeah, do we have the maps now? Yes. You know, with the internet and AI and everything, we have all the documentations to prove, like you say, we aren't the same people, as well as where we came from individually as tribes and how we got to the Americas. And yes, you're right. Liberia wasn't called Liberia to 1824. Not to
Okay.
1824.
All right. Thank you.
And I'll
Thank
land
you.
that plane.
All
Can I
right.
ask
Thank you.
Brian something? Why
Just
do you keep
bring.
saying R? Why do you keep saying R? Our people over there.
Our
Why do you
people.
keep saying that?
Oh, because our people are a separate people. What I mean by that is the Hamites, which is the true Africans, the Sudanese people, in the Sudanese and the Watusis. Those people, they are your true Egyptian Africans. They are not us. They are not us. So
But
what
you
I'm
keep
saying to
saying
you,
our people.
our people
Maybe
meaning the 12
so.
tribes of
It's
Israel.
no.
Okay. Look,
There's not a R.
Yeah,
There's not a
I'm
R.
saying
There's
are.
not a we. You mean
Yes, there
yours?
is. I'm saying
You
yeah.
there's
mean
a
Just
R.
say.
yours?
Yeah. Just say.
You mean
Bring.
yours?
Just say your people. But
You mean
hold on,
yours?
y'all.
Okay,
Let me.
your
Yours.
people.
Yours.
Yeah. Hold on,
Okay,
real quick. Hold
Yours.
on. Hold on. Hold
okay,
on.
go
Hold
Not
ahead.
on.
mine.
All
Yours.
right.
Brian, you
Hold
see what
on.
you got yourself into?
All right, look, hold on, y'all. Listen, just let me get through to the newer people on the panel. Then we'll open it up for all these side conversations. We can have them. But okay, so the Black Germ, we could go to him, and then Giovanni.
I think Giovanni might be a child.
Well, let me
Mm,
find that out first. Giovanni, how old are you?
I'm 21.
All right, go on mute. All right, so the Black Germ, where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
I am Black American. I live in Texas, but I'm from California.
Okay, what's your thoughts on the prompt?
We're Black Americans, Africans, and Caribbeans ever connected? I feel like from our point of view, it was at first, but I'm only 30, so I never really felt that connection. Anybody older than that, they probably felt like they were because of pan-Africanism, and in college they do push that on us. And why can't they accept that we don't want any connection to them? It's because they don't contribute to the innovation of the world. When you take a look at everything that's been built, it's basically been coming from us. And without that connection, I hate to say it, but they're kind of just like, they're not doing well. I even saw a panel where they were saying, is black where black belongs to all, melanated people or whatever. And they know that's being disingenuous because I believe in 1970, Michael Stokely fought for us to have that label on our census record. There were no Africans involved in that fight. And any of them that were would have been minimal, so it wouldn't have really mattered if they were there or not. So it's like they need to have a connection to us in order to have a connection to our achievements as a whole.
Hold on, you said Michael Stokely. Do you mean Stokely Carmichael?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said he fought to have what on the census?
Black. He wanted black to be on there, and I had watched the documentary about it, and he basically wanted black to be on the census record where we could claim that name or whatever.
Okay, I gotta
You
look
know,
into that. Okay, thank you.
let me say
What
this:
you say?
Carmichael was a Caribbean, right? From Trinidad. When he migrated to the States, he was living in New York in a very whitey area, right? Stokely and MLK had a very heated exchange because MLK never really wanted to be called black. He wanted Negro. So what Stokely did, what would remain Negro, right? And some of our elders, they didn't like the term black. We understand that. So what happened was MLK was away to handling something else, and that's when Stokely got on stage and started using the word black. So it was a heated exchange. I'm not saying fisticuffs were thrown or anything like that, but to me, that shows a form of like undermining because you purposely wait for somebody to go away to do something that they said don't do. So I don't know. Stokely Carmichael to me, I just don't like highlighting the Caribbean, like one lone Caribbean. Could not have really been that influential into things that were already going on.
And
That's all I wanted to say. As far
it
as
was
the
funded by
census,
white people.
I didn't land yet. As far as the census, you saw that on the documentary, or was it just that he was saying we should call ourselves black, but did he really rally the government to change our classification? And why would he do that if he was a whole Caribbean? Like
Yes,
that just don't make
it
any
was
sense
funded
to
by
me.
white
Yeah,
philanthropists.
if you can remember, Giovanni, what documentary was it?
I have to go look. I saw it a while ago, but I know that the white folks funded it though.
Oh, I meant you. My bad. I said Giovanni.
I know.
Well, then that makes sense if the white tea people funded it because when you look at him when he came to New York, that's primarily where he was living around.
Yeah, he went to college with them too.
Right. So that made you know what? This could be a rabbit hole, y'all.
I mean,
Because
I
I
don't
didn't know
like
white
getting
tea
into that whole
people funded that.
conversation, but
I
that
said
whole
it could be.
conversation because everybody gets all, jumpy about that. So, but yeah, it kind of is a rabbit hole. Why would they trying to change the classifications? And then why did Obama try to get rid of Negro and all of that? It's a lot of weird stuff. It's like they all working together against us. I don't know what it is, but they are. That's why they act the same. The guy at the bottom, mind you, they act like they don't know what delineation is and all these things. And then it's they all act the same. White people, them, they all act like colonizers to me. They all do.
Hey, y'all, tap the screen, share it live. I can't believe it's not at 10K at least at this point. Tap the screen, share it live, please. What you say?
Yeah, y'all go ahead and tap it up because there are some creators that will not allow you on the stage until they get a certain amount of likes. So the least y'all
Yeah,
can
they
do is
turn
go
the
ahead and
chat off and
tap
all that. I
that.
try not to turn the chat off. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all get y'all shit off in the chat, but at least hit the likes every now and then. All right, that's it. Don't cost you anything. All right, we're gonna go to Giovanni. Giovanni, where you from? What's your ethnicity?
From Nigeria, and I'm black. I'm African,
Not
sorry.
black, but where you presently located?
Oh, I'm still in Nigeria.
Okay, you're not black, and no one calls you black in Nigeria.
My skin color is black.
Your skin color don't have anything to do with black.
What's your tribe?
I'm Igbo.
What's the word for black in Nigeria? Is it doo?
No, Dudu is Yoruba word.
That's
It's a
for
Yoruba
black.
word.
Is it for black?
It just means black, like something's black. Dudu.
Okay, so that's what you are. You're doo.
I'm not Dudu. I'm Nigerian.
You're doo. But anyway, what's your thoughts on the prompt?
We're black and Americans, African, Caribbean, ever connected? I would say yes. I mean, our ancestors, they were shipped abroad, so I would say yes for the connected. Yeah, we all connected.
Well, did you ever take a DNA test?
What do you say?
You, Giovanni, have you ever taken a DNA test? Because you keep saying, you just said our ancestors were shipped. Did you say that? Our ancestors were what?
Yes, they were shipped abroad.
Okay, they were shipped or were they sold?
They were sold by other tribes.
Okay. Okay, and you're Igbo, right?
Yeah, I'm Igbo.
Okay. What role did the Igbo play in the transatlantic slave trade? What role did they play?
Let me give you a brief something about the slave trade. During the Igbo time, I think there was Arochukwu. Arochukwu captured the Igbo people and sell them to the colonial masters and something like that. So it was the Arochukwu people that was selling off the Igbo. For the Yoruba, I
So,
think the Oyo Empire.
so you're saying Igbo had no hand in it? They were captured
I'm
and
not seeing
traded
Igbo.
away.
I'm not seeing Igbo to have any trade in it, hands in it. I mean, the Arochukwu are Igbos, so Igbos sell each other.
So now I want to ask you this question: have you taken a DNA test?
No, I haven't taken it.
23andMe ancestry.
No,
Because
no,
you
no.
know what's so weird. Now here's the thing. They can't tell you your ethnic group, but the relative matching part is pretty accurate, right? To a certain degree. And what a lot of us are finding is that we don't connect to living Africans from the continent.
What?
So I'm just wondering if for you to say our, and you're not on any of our family tree, we don't have any Igbo names. And, it's just really weird to hear a descendant of slave traders say that our ancestors ceased being African the moment they were captured.
Wait, wait,
And
wait, wait, wait.
actually, well,
Wait.
I ain't
Okay,
finished.
okay.
And
All right.
actually, our ancestors who were captured from there, their descendants are in matching the continent. So, I mean, it's a little weird.
Wait. You think my own
That's all. I
ancestor?
just want to say that. It's weird. It's just
I
really
want to ask
weird
you a
to me.
question. Do you think the remaining
Please
of like
don't
Yes,
people?
your
disrespect.
ancestors were
Hold on, hold on,
Siberian,
hold on.
dear.
Please don't disrespect and say our ancestors. They're not your ancestors. They're like literally not your ancestors. That's my whole point. The ones who were sold, traded, bartered away are not the continental Africans' ancestors. They're just not. You don't get to sell, trade, barter people and then still claim them. That alone, don't do that. Not in front of me. They're not your ancestors.
I want to ask you a question.
You're
Are you
not asking
listening?
me shit. And I don't know
Hey,
why Manju is laughing. I said be respectful. Don't call my
I'm
ancestors
respectful.
yours. They don't like y'all. What do you don't understand? What are y'all Africans not understanding? The ancestors don't like y'all, and that's why the continent is
Hey,
a
moderator, where
shithole
did you get her
today.
from?
hey, hold on. Hey, so Giovanna.
That's why your continent is a shithole today. They don't like y'all. If they liked
What?
y'all, they would have went back. Thank
Um,
you.
she's not even letting me talk.
Stop playing with me. They're not your ancestors. Don't play with me.
Do you allow me to ask you a question?
No, allow me to ask you a question.
No, you
What
don't
did you
ask
say
me
your
shit. I
tribe
told you
was?
don't call my ancestors.
I'm Igbo.
Igbo. So are you and the Fulanis the same people?
No,
So why the fuck do you think that Black Americans and you are the same people?
I'm not saying we're the same people. I say we share common ancestor.
We don't share, and we
We're
don't share a
connected.
motherfucking thing. Do you and Fulani share a common ancestor?
Yes.
Okay, well, we don't share a common ancestor with you. We're not the same people.
Um.
We're not connected to you motherfuckers at all, okay?
This is like self eat. You guys are eating yourself. That's why you don't like connect.
No, we're not
I'm
hating
not telling you
ourselves.
what.
We're not you. We are not the same people. Black Americans, we love each other, okay? We love our ethnic group, but you don't happen to be a part of that ethnic group. What part don't you understand about that?
Giovanni, were you born in Africa?
Born in Nigeria.
Okay, you were born in Nigeria. So here's my question. Even if it's true, and I know it's not, but even if it's true that Africans were taken out of Nigeria and brought to America, are you arguing that some of them left children behind? That someone that there are men and women who had babies in Nigeria and were moved from there to here?
I'm not arguing
Okay,
that. I want
D,
to
I
like.
gotta
Let me
drop.
ask
I'll be
you.
back a little later. And don't let him
Okay,
call
all right.
our ancestors his. They ain't his ancestors.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
BX.
you.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Appreciate you.
I don't know. She thinks like the whole of Africa, the people staying in Africa right now, they are slave traders. The only reason that my own ancestor wasn't there is because they were faster runner. I
That's
don't come
supposed to
from
be
a line of
funny.
royalty.
You
So
thought that
Giovanni,
was
here's
funny,
my
huh?
thing. Here's my thing. If
I'm telling
somebody
you the truth.
Giovanni, if they took, here's the thing, right? If they took young people out of Africa, my guess would be that these aren't people who had children, that they didn't leave children behind. And if they didn't leave children behind, how could you be descendant from people who were taken out of Africa?
You're giving a claim without proof. You say they didn't leave children. What is your proof for the claim?
Where's your proof that they were even taken out and brought to America?
Uh-uh. The slave trade is there. I can go to Badagry tomorrow and I can video it.
Yes, and all the
The
evidence
papers are
show,
there.
and all the
That is
evidence, all the
2.5
evidence
million.
All the evidence showed that there wasn't enough Africans brought to this place we call the U.S. to fill a New York City apartment building. In fact, the numbers, the conservative numbers are like around 300,000. The actual numbers, if you go to slave voyages, is under 5,000 that actually came here. So you're asking me for evidence. I want you to tell me who left Africa, came here, but left a baby there that you descended from.
Okay, let me give you this let me give you this analogy. Um during during the slave times, like the slave trade and everything, some people were brothers. So you can't say they capture this and they don't capture that. So we come from same ancestors. Like the slave trade, it was there. I think 2.5 million Nigerians was shipped abroad to the European. Why 400,000 in the US? I think I'm not very good at that, but that is what I know. Also, you're not asking me telling me that they have children at all, and there is no proof for your own claim, and you're asking me to provide proof for mine.
So
It's
what you
not even
just
making
said, what
sense.
you just explained, though, but what you just explained supports what I said. You do not descend from anyone taken out of Africa.
I descend from people taken out of Africa. I mean, my dad is
How?
a US
How
citizen.
is it? How is that possible?
My dad is a US citizen. I was born in Nigeria. That's the only difference between me and you.
Hold on,
Is doing all this
that's not the
bullshit.
only
He's calling
difference.
himself ABA. My dad called himself ABA and shit like that.
That's
For me,
that's
I know
not
I'm Nigerian.
that's not the only difference. But you tell me, when did your ancestor that you descend from? You do know what it means to descend from somebody, right? So if there are two brothers and one goes somewhere and one goes somewhere else, because one has children, that doesn't mean that they descend from the other brother who did not go there. That's not a descendant, right? So I
That
want
is
you
the
to
meaning
tell
of
me
descendants. What is the meaning of descendants?
that's a line that you come from,
What is yeah, a line? So two brothers, they are not descendants. That's what you're saying now.
No. What I'm saying is, if two brothers have children, those children go to one brother, they descend from that brother. The other brother who has children, those children go to him. Those are his descendants, not vice
What is
versa.
called what
My brothers, put it like this: my brother who has
you
children.
are explaining the same thing, like the prompt say where Africans, black American and shit like that, were they ever connected? And you just explained the same thing, proving they were connected in the past. So
No,
you are
no,
just
no, no.
proving the points.
No. You said that these people brought to this country, you are their descendant. I'm saying you can't be.
I say we share common ancestor. I didn't say descendants.
We don't share a common ancestor, and if we share a common
Bro,
ancestor, what is his
just
name? What is his name? What
what do
is
you
his
say?
name? What is the common ancestor's name that came over here? What is his name? Since you all have documentation and you all tell everything orally, what is the ancestor's name?
The
What is his name?
ancestors, hello, the
What's his
ancestors.
name?
We are the Bantu
What
people, the people that
what is
alone
his
the
has.
way
name?
you
They,
the way
What
you
excuse
the way
me,
you
excuse
the
me.
way
is
you argue is not
his
just it's
or
not proper.
her name? Because y'all up here acting like NPCs, right? So what are their names? You all orally tell each other everything, but don't document it by writing it down. So what are their names? Since you told each other everything orally, right? What are their names?
The way you argue
You don't know
is
the
like
names?
your pattern of reason. Do you think like how
What
would I know the
are
names? Were
their
they ever documented down?
names? How is it
Man,
that you don't even know the name, but then
the
you
prompt
just
asked
said
me
to
where
the
the prompt
what's
asked
their
me
names?
where
We're not connected. We don't share a common ancestor.
Do you understand
that
her
is your own point
question?
of
No,
view.
you up here acting like an
That
NPC.
is your own
We
Yeah,
don't
point
no,
of
have this
view.
common ancestor.
Giovanni,
Not only that,
he has no
but
common
the
sense.
thing is that you where you lived at wasn't what it was in the 1600s, in the 1700s, anything like that. We're not the same people. You do understand that, right? We don't have the same blood types. We don't have the same diseases. We don't have the same bone structure. We're not the same. You understand that, right? I don't understand why
Wait,
you
wait,
all
wait.
get on this app every single day and say, "Oh, you guys are Africans. We're the same." No, the hell, we not the same. The fact that you can't wrap it around your head that we're not the same makes no sense to me. I'm trying to, you don't even understand that foundational Black Americans and Black Americans are the same people.
Yeah,
Why is
So
it
he,
not
this
he
clicking
let
for
me let
you
me tell you this your
guys?
point.
hold on,
Why is
no,
it
you ain't gonna
not
tell us nothing. Hold
clicking?
on.
Like I'm
Yeah,
to be honest with you, every single day it don't click for y'all. Why is it
every day.
not clicking? But it clicked for us though.
Yep, yep. All right, let me
And
get
then
to
you all try to
Rico.
tell us. Okay.
Right. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate you. Rico, where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
Um, Actually, I was born in the Netherlands, but both my parents are from Suriname.
I'm from where? I couldn't hear you.
Both my parents are from Suriname.
Suriname?
Suriname, yeah, it's like a country
Suriname.
in
Okay.
South
Where you
America.
located now? Where you presently located?
I live in the Netherlands. I was born here.
All right. Well, what's your thoughts on the prom? What's your interest in this conversation?
Mm, I have a lot of thoughts. I heard some people say that only people from the USA are black.
Yeah,
That's
you're
something I
not
don't.
black.
Yeah, I would say I'm the most blackest on this panel.
Yeah, well, that's black don't have anything to do with your skin. So there's
Mm,
that.
I do agree with it because somebody from India who's darker than me, it's a black.
Yeah, and you're not black either.
But
So
that's because he's not from. That's because he
I
doesn't
hope I
have
was able
African
to help
heritage.
you. You're not black. That's that. We're not gonna argue about it.
But what makes you black then? And
You're not. Listen, sir. I'm not gonna argue
Is
with
Mariah
you.
Carey black?
Wait a minute. I'm not gonna argue with you. You're not black. That's that. And we're gonna move on to vague.
Mariah
Hold
Carey
on.
black?
Wait. We're gonna go to vague persona. Vague persona. Where you from? What's your ethnicity, ma'am?
That's how
Hi
y'all come say.
everyone. Can I address the host, please?
I'm
Anyway,
asking. Yes. Where you from? What's
um,
your ethnicity first?
I'm South Sudanese. I'm from the Dinka Will tribe of Nilotic, East African,
Okay. Where you presently located?
Australia. You gonna call me a flea? I know that's coming.
I'm not. I'm not. No.
You gonna call me a flea?
I'm not. No, I don't usually just call people fleas for no reason. That was just a wild. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. What's your thoughts on the prompt?
Look, I'm not trying to get involved in Black American affairs. Like Rico, my brother, you're living in the Netherlands and you're continental African, your ethnicity. I don't think this is our place to really
My
have these.
ethnicity isn't African. My ethnicity is
So you're
Andean.
not
It's from South
your
America.
ethnicity is not your ethnicity is
What are
not
you talking about?
African
No.
with that
My
accent.
ethnicity. My ethnicity. What do you mean that that accent? I'm from the Netherlands. I
Anyways,
was born here.
let me get back to the point. Let me land my
If
plane,
you
then you can
traveled, you
respond
would
to me.
know that
No,
people have
let
different
me land my
accents. Like,
plane. Let me
what
land
are you
my
talking
plane,
about?
then you can respond. I'm not gonna
All
get
right,
back
hold
and
on,
forth with
Rico.
you. All I was trying to say is that this is Black American affairs. Now, just to answer your prompt, host, I don't think Black
You're not
Americans,
even American though.
Africans, and
Rico. Oh,
Caribbeans
hold on, Rico. Go
were
ahead.
ever
Just
connected.
speak to the prompt. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm ignoring his ass. Now what I'm trying to say is that we were never connected. The only thing we share is melanated skin. but we all can recognize that we are very different. We have different cultures. We have different links. I mean, when we're looking at Africans, it's a continent with 54 different countries, right? So we're all fighting amongst ourselves within continental Africa. So we cannot go to America and then fight with Black Americans about who they are and where they come from. This is not our place. We should not be trying to write that narrative for them. Now, why can't we accept that we don't want any connection to them? I'm assuming that's a question for a Black American, because I can't really understand why you guys can't accept that. You guys may have your own reasons. It's not really my place to say anything, but all I'm saying is that, hey, look, when we're looking at the first line of the prompt, your closest allies, I would say, is Caribbeans, because you have a large percentage of Caribbeans in America, and a lot of them have actually intermarried with Black Americans. You'll have like mixed race Black American Caribbean kids, and like that's different. With Africans, I can't say too much because I don't know what they're like in America, but all I have to say is that let's just not touch too much on Black American affairs. We cannot, as continental Africans, come up on these panels and say, you are African. Like, you don't even know these people from a bar of soap. Like, this is all social media. They may have done their genealogy. They may know their ancestors. I was up on your panel earlier and I was listening to Miss QI. Can't say her name, but QI was very, very very responsive and educated in what she was saying. And I agreed with her. As an African, we are not the same. Definitely. We're very different. And no African should be claiming Black Americans as being African because you don't know their story or what they've been through. I land my plane there.
Correction.
Okay.
Boomerang. Boomerang.
Thank you. What you say, Jay?
You land your boomerang.
Oh.
And now you get to bring his raft.
That's
Not an analogy because I'm Australian.
yeah, I'm
I just
sure
picked
it
that
is.
up.
All right, let me see. Sanga. Sanga.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hello. Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
So I'm South African. I'm from the Xhosa tribe. Yeah. So I'm interested in this
Wait.
topic because
Okay, but first, where you currently located?
in the Eastern Cape, where Xhosa people
Hold
are,
on. Where?
in the Eastern Cape.
In the Eastern Cape?
Yeah. In South Africa. I'm in South Africa.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now go ahead.
No, this topic is very interesting to me, like regarding the origin of Black Americans. Because a lot of you guys, some of you say, okay, you're from Africa. Others are saying, no, we didn't come from Africa. It's always interesting to me to hear what you guys think you come from, to be honest. And that's why I'm here.
Well, people have different origin stories.
That I've heard on the internet by Black Americans. It's always interesting to hear what you guys think come from. And yeah, I want to hear that from you. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. What's going on, babe?
Why is she moaning?
Girl, cause
I don't like her ass.
you, I'm over here like
It is
had you
interesting.
been listening, you would have heard what we've said. Like, there's panels every day telling people where we're from. But
Exactly, QI.
once again, that NPC crap is you know what? Let me mute.
Guys, I apologize for moaning. I didn't realize it was that bad. Sanga, can I ask you a
Rico,
question?
your coward ass fled. You talked all that shit in the audience. Why you ain't had a heart to say that shit while you was on the panel, Rico?
Why did he flee? That's
Yeah,
what we do.
coward.
We Africans, we're fleers. That's what they call us. We like to flee.
With chiggers on their feet.
Sanga, you're South African, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about what's happening in Africa and your fight against migrants, or what I should say, illegal migrants? Because I understand you guys go hand in hand. So we have Black Americans, they want to delineate from being
Mm-hmm.
grouped under Africans, right? And I understand that point. Now, as
Mm-hmm.
South Africans, I just want to understand from your perspective, why do you feel a similar way? I feel like you have a connection from Americans because you guys have different fights, but the end
Mm-hmm.
goal is very similar.
Yes, yeah, we do. So what do you want? You want to know um what do I think about the whole thing? So
Yeah, with the illegal migrants and your fellow Black Africans, you guys want them to be sent back home.
mhm.
Yeah, it's quite crazy what's happening.
I don't think it's crazy, but I do think that people that are outside of South Africa don't really understand what South Africans want regarding this issue. Because South Africans want, they don't mind having other Africans who are in the country, who are who are in the country and following the laws of the country. What they don't want to see is the drug dealers. Like today, there was a march. There was a lot of drug dealers from Nigeria, some of them that were taken by the police. That's who they don't want in the country. South Africans are some of the most welcoming people you'll ever meet. The rural areas are filled with a lot of people from Somali, from a lot of African countries. And when they come to the villages, they get to be part of the communities. South Africans love people, okay? They are very welcoming. But once you start not respecting them, that's where you then with that, you are not going to get along with them. But otherwise, South Africans are very welcoming and they love other Africans. But yeah, that's just all that I'd like to other people who are not in South Africa to understand. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But a lot of people who are not in South Africa, they don't understand that. South Africans are so welcoming, and yeah.
I've seen the panel, Sangha. That's why I wanted to ask you. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I'm gonna let everyone else on the panel share their points.
All right, we gonna go to Rags. Rags, where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
Santiago, living in London.
Hold on, from where? I didn't hear where you
Can you
say you was
say that
from.
clearly, brother? We can't hear you.
Hold on,
I'm not
big.
your
I don't
brother.
need you to
You're a
do all that.
panderer. I'm not your
Relax.
brother.
I got it. All right, one more time because I was speaking. Where?
Santiago.
Santigua.
No,
And where you say
Santiago.
you?
They're ethnic groups in Ghana.
All right, where you say you presently located?
London. Imagine a
In
panderer
London.
trying to call me a hater. It's crazy.
You said London.
Yeah, man. London.
All right. Well, what's your thoughts on the prompt?
Yeah, well, I believe that some Black Americans are connected to Africans through shared ancestry. I think we know the history of the transatlantic slave trade. We can see in the DNA test that there are common haplogroups. So we can see a genetic
And
mutation that's
Kiki
shared
just made a
by...
really good point. It's no living people that you can match to living Black Americans. So how is it common ancestry? What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if...
Matching people to a regional area, it does not make us the same. Okay.
I didn't say it makes you the same. We're talking about connections. I think
It
you're
don't
not
make us
comprehending
connected.
what connected and the same means.
It does not make us
Furthermore,
connected. It does not make us connected either, okay?
yes, it literally does. Ancestry connection.
No, it
Furthermore, just
literally
because you don't
doesn't.
have a living relative that you can say is your cousin, it doesn't mean that you're not related by...
literally
Nobody
doesn't.
African pops up
Are
on
you
my
good? Like,
ancestry.
why can't I
It's
respond
more
to you? You're
likely that a
talking and then I'm talking at the same
white
time. It's
person
crazy.
will pop up on my ancestry than somebody else. I don't have anybody that says Nduke as your third, fourth distant cousin. I don't have that. You guys are wiped out.
Rags, you
What do you
relying
mean
on
by
the
you
D.
guys are wiped out?
Hold
Who are
on,
you
Rags, you
guys? If
relying on the
you share the same
DNA.
haplogroup as somebody, then it means that you got a common ancestor by definition. There's
Okay,
no wiping
Rags.
out.
Rags, I see that you're relying on this DNA testing and stuff. Let me ask you this.
What do you mean by relying? I'm not relying on anything. We're having a
That's what you're speaking
conversation.
from. You said because of the DNA, didn't you?
I said that's one way we're connected. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, that's what I'm asking
Well,
you
not
about.
we. I mean, me and certain Black Americans. I don't know about
Well,
you,
I'm
but yeah.
asking you. Well, listen to my question. I'm asking you. What's the size of the pool? What's the size of that gene pool? What's the size? What's the numbers?
You say what's the size of the Aberdeen pool? What are you talking
The
about, bro?
gene pool. How many Black Americans have their DNA tested to match to Africa? What's the size of that pool?
I have no idea. I'm going based on the ones that I've come across, the people that have shown me their DNA test.
All
So
right.
my
So
personal sample size might be about 20 to 50 people.
all right, so okay, cool. So let's say 20 to 50 people took the test and it relates back to Africa. How can you use that to say that more than 40 million people relate back to Africa?
Let's say that 40 million people relate back
But
to Africa.
but didn't you just say that we're connected, because didn't you say we as Black Americans are connected to Africa?
And no, I literally said not we. When I spoke to you, I said we, but maybe not you. I literally excluded you just now, so you're not listening, bro.
He's talking in circles, right? So here's my question. Do you know how
What you
DNA
said.
works? Like DNA matches work? No, no, no. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever did a DNA test before?
Done the DNA test.
Okay, so this is what happens when you do a DNA test. So what happens is your DNA test is matched with other people who have the same DNA. So through that, you can see who you actually are related to in those matches. Like, for example, I see my mom who took the test. I see my uncle. I see cousins who have actually taken the test. They pop up on my matches. I see distant relatives that have actually taken the test and they've popped up too. Meaning, and then when I go and I look at their actual trees, if they're public, I see a common ancestor on their actual tree, right? That we share, whether it's a grandparent, a great grandparent, or a fifth great grandparent, if they went that far. So a DNA test doesn't say, oh, you're from this region. It only tells you who you're related to.
Correct. DNA databases have got the haplogroups. They can match you onto the people that share your same haplogroup, which is why they
I'm
can tell
sorry,
you what
I got
region
a
that you're
phone
from.
call. Do you understand that part?
You repeated back what I said. When you
Hold
asked
on.
No, no,
me,
no, no,
how
no.
do I
I
know how
asked you what
He's
a
DNA
not
works? I
DNA
already
listening.
test
said
was,
that they
and
match
you
your
could not
chromosomes to the genes that they have on
articulate.
their databases.
You
And
can't.
then I
I'm telling
said
you.
that
No, no,
they've
no.
got haplogroups in their
I
databases
said
as
to
well. And if
you,
you share
can
the same
somebody mute
haplogroup as
him?
somebody, then you're in their
Can
region.
somebody
I
mute
was
him? Because
Yeah,
for some reason,
quiet when you were
because he thinks
speaking.
he
Why
has
aren't
a
you quiet when I'm
Pendleton
speaking?
Reds.
Woods,
Check
an
the look,
actual
Reds.
accent,
Stop coming off
he
your
think
mic.
he sounds smart. And what I
Host,
asked him was, how does a DNA test
I
work?
literally was
And I
quiet when she
asked
was
him, did he
speaking, but
take
she
a DNA test? Because had he took the actual test, he would understand that you have your matches of people who share an actual common ancestor. It does not tell you what region you're from. It doesn't say, oh, you know what, you're from Tennessee. That's not what a DNA test tell you. It tells you who you're related to. And you see those matches, and a lot of times those matches, you share a common grandparent, and you can actually see it off of their tree. And if the trees are I mean, it's common sense. Even when you go and do a DNA maternity or paternity test, that is to clarify if you're actually related to that mom or dad. So you have to be actually related to that person. It cannot tell you you're connected to a particular landmass. That's not what DNA tells you.
I was quiet and I let you speak, and
There's
then I
no,
got
hold
muted
on,
for
hold
you to
on,
repeat the
hold
same
on,
waffle.
hold
That's
on,
crazy. Wait
hold
one
on,
second.
No,
Can
because
I
you couldn't
respond
tell
to what
me
was
what a
said to
DNA
me?
test.
hold
You've
Can I
never taken
respond to
one.
what was said to me?
on,
First of all, what
hold
you said
on,
doesn't
hold
negate the
on.
fact that
I'm
there
going
are
to clear up the
haplogroups in the
haplogroup
system,
thing.
and you
I'm
can
going.
match
You want to
yourself to
use
the people that
haplogroups, but
share
it doesn't work for you
share the
because
same
Africans
haplogroups
do
as you.
and Black Americans do not
You need
share
to
the
get
same
educated and
haplogroup.
want DNA
We
to get
don't share the same haplogroup.
that you
We don't share the same
can match your.
haplogroup.
It's not
We don't share the
that
same
they do.
haplogroup.
That's incorrect. They do.
No,
Correct.
we don't. Because if we did, when we did, you
Literally
guys would
lying. You're not
pop up.
educated
You
on this if you're
don't.
saying that. You're
You
not
don't.
educated.
You're
Hey,
not
Rags, I'm about
educated.
to
This is why
drop
you're
you. I'm
trying
about
to
to drop
force
you.
team.
You're doing the same shit you always do. Stop
What are you
doing
talking
that.
about? They're interrupting me.
Look, Jay, what was you saying? I'm gonna let you respond when Jay is finished. What did you say, Jay? Jesus
I was
Christ.
saying we don't share the same haplogroup. He keeps trying to put us in that box, but we don't. That's why when it says when you look at Ancestry and all these other 23andMe, it's for entertainment purposes. That's the entertainment purpose. When they're trying to put these people to have them fantasize about this belonging or something like that. They're lost. DNA is pretty much like, I don't know if anybody heard the ship conundrum theory, like the wooden ship. Has anybody heard about that? It's saying that if you have a wooden ship and you replace the plank, one plank every day, is it the same ship or is it a brand new ship? Not the same plank, but you replace a different plank every single time, every day. It's still a boat that was, in theory, the boat that you had, but it's no longer that boat. That's our DNA. We're washed. We are a whole new group. That's why it's an ethnogenesis. That's why a Nigerian today is not going to match with a fucking Kenyan. You guys are your own people. So cut that shit out.
But they said we weren't our own people. This is the weirdness that you guys do. Firstly, you don't know anything about haplogroup, so let me educate you. A haplogroup is a population.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to I wanna go
What's going on right now? You said I could respond. Are you
hold on, I wanna go to Salon.
host? Are you a liar? Are you lying right
15
now?
minutes.
I
That's
wanna go
what
to
you need to
Salon.
do. You
Host,
need
are
to
you a
show me
liar?
how I can
Because you
get
said I
some
could.
car insurance or my rentals insurance or boat
Host, are you a
insurance
liar?
from
Because you said
Geico
I could respond
in
after. So
15
what's
minutes,
going on?
sir. That's what you can do. That's the only thing you could do for
What's
us.
going on right
Can you
now?
educate
Because
us on that, mate? Mate, can you educate us down that? Can you
doesn't know
educate us by
I
switching
wanna
to Geico in
gonna
15
get
minutes?
muted because he
You can
doesn't
save
know
us on
anything.
our boat and homeowners insurance.
This guy is
Can you
dumb.
please
I'm
do
getting
that?
muted when you said I could respond.
I need you to do that. Can you do that?
Why is he
Can
a
you start
dunce
running
and
the
a dunce can
quotes?
speak?
Can you start running the rates, please? I want to know.
I had to put him down. He will not stay muted. But I wanna go to Salani and then Ryan. Hey, Salani, how are you?
Hello, panel. How
Hey,
y'all doing today?
good.
Okay, it says, were Black Americans, Africans, and Caribbeans ever connected? And why can't they accept that we don't want any connection to them? Okay, so in the first place, no, we was never connected. Um, We are totally separate people from them. What they don't understand is before Columbus even came over here to the Americas, that it was black people already in Americas. Not just the United States, but the whole Americas. It was already black people here. So, why they can't accept that we don't want to be connected to them no more? Because now they can't destiny swap with us. You feel me? You notice that anytime that we accomplish something, the Africans try to take credit for it. They still want to be connected to us so they can still say, oh, well, we part of them, so we did that too. And no, that's not how it go. So that's why I feel like they still want to be connected to us. They want to continue to destiny swap, because if you notice when you go to another country or whatever, they are not known for being black. Like you ask them, what are they? What is their race? They say, oh, I'm Nigerian or I'm Jamaican or I'm Trinidadian. It's never I'm black until they come over here and we have to tell them like we was thinking like, oh, y'all black like us. But no, they don't even classify as black. So I'm not understanding any of this. But I'ma just put it on. I was done with what I said. So.
Okay, thank you. I was doing something. Ryan.
Yes. To answer that prompt, first my
Wait.
introduction.
Hold on. Wait a second. Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm from Namibia. It's a country in Southern Africa on the Atlantic coast, just north of
It's a
South
country in
Africa.
Southern Africa on the Atlantic coast, just north.
And I'm from a tribe called the Herero tribe of Namibia. That tribe is in Namibia. It's in southwest Angola. It's in Botswana because of the 1904 genocide. It's in South Africa. So, and then wherever else, it's just fragments of that same tribe. So that's roughly me.
Okay, where you presently located? Where you presently located?
I'm currently in Canada, in Edmonton, Alberta.
Of course, you're not in Africa. All right. What's your thoughts on the prompt, man?
Here are my thoughts on the prompt. Were Black Americans, Africans, and Caribbeans ever connected? Of course, they were connected because they all came from the same source. That is the African continent. It's the only continent where Black people come from. So, if I think the only exception is, of course, there could be, people in the islands who have Chinese ancestry, or people from, let's say, Brazil, where there's a lot of mixing of blood, because originally, before the US became the center of the world, from what I understand, Brazil was actually the center of the world. And that is where most of the trade routes merged. And that's why you find Brazilians of all shades of color. So, but I would say that if the color is black, most probably the original source is Africa. So they might be different people, but they come from the same source. Yes. And maybe to come to that second prompt, and why can't they accept that we don't want any connection with them? So, those are questions of freedom of choice and political correctness and those kinds of things, right? So, you can be whoever you want, and then you can say, okay, I don't want to relate to this person or whatever. So, as far as I'm concerned, to be honest, is if you look a certain
Let me
way,
ask you this.
hold on,
Wait. Let me ask you this. Are all the people that live in the 54 countries of Africa connected?
I would say not all of them, because Northern Africa, parts of Northern Africa have perhaps Arabic or more European blood. And then you have, even in the Bantu tribes, right? You have your Nilotic tribes like the Dinga and so forth, people from South Sudan and so. But generally, what connects most of these people, from my study, is like most of the groups that are called Bantu, they have languages that come from the same ancestry. And even if you study them, I'm sure you'll find that they have cultures, norms, practices, and the likes that, even though from certain, closer studies, there might be deviations and differences, but there is something semantically the same for most of those people. So there are various groups. All of them are not exactly the same, but there are family groups there where you can see this branch is from this root, and this branch comes from that root and that seed. That's how I see it, because if you live in Namibia and you find the original people who lived in the territory of Namibia today, the San and the Kwe, they are much lighter in color, more like yellow people, and they are Africans and they're Namibians like us, right? But they're not Bantu. And even in their languages, you see their language and their culture, they have cliques in how they speak, right? But Those cliques are also found in tribes in Tanzania that are black, like like us, right? So they are not. It's not to say that they are all homogeneous groups, right? There are differences in those groups, but the main thing, all of them come from the African continent, and mainly the black ones. Black color comes from Africa, man.
None of them are black, okay? And none of them people are together at all. They're not connected in any kind of way, the same way that black Americans are not connected to y'all. And why can't y'all understand that?
Can't understand that not everybody in America was enslaved. It was free black people here as well. Everybody don't have a slavery background. I suggest y'all do some research and start reading. Stop listening to what the colonizer tell you and do your own research. It definitely was free black people here in America, and it was before the migration or them immigrants or whatever start coming over here.
Listen, as to whether there were black people in America before whoever came, that's a question that is way out of my league, right? How they got there, or if they were originally there, that's also out of my league. I don't know that, right? The thing I can really attest to is that when I see a person and they look a certain color, most probably their ancestry will, or it will go to a certain source. It's like a seed, it's in the ground, and then the tree comes out of that seed. So that's what I'm saying. If it looks a certain way, like if you look at most of these Asian communities, you see that there are certain features that will tell you that this person is from a certain geographic area of Asia. They can be from India, which is East India, or they could be from Japan, and they look a certain way. Like you can easily confuse a Japanese for a Chinese, right? But there's no way that I would see a person in Harlem or New Orleans or and then that person, the way they look, and then I'll confuse that. Oh, are you from Japan? I mean, surely just from looking.
You won't look at them and
I
think
mean,
they
before
from.
you even go into
You
lab
won't.
and do
You
all
won't
sorts
look
of
at
things,
them
right?
and think that they from Africa either, though. If you see a black American, because we don't look like Africans.
I would be confused, but my first bet would be that they are from Africa, and I might even try and greet them. And
What kind
perhaps
of
they
sense?
will,
What
tell
kind
them
of
I'm from
sense would it make for you to be in America and see a black person and think that they from Africa? How does that make sense to you?
If they had an
What makes sense is
accent.
that what makes sense to me is that most probably that person will look like a grandfather or somebody I have seen in my
No,
village or
no. We
in
don't
my
look like
region.
Africans, sir. What are you talking about? Black Americans don't
So
look like Africans. Okay? You got other different African
are
ethnic
you,
groups on the continent that don't look like certain other ethnic groups, okay?
are you saying all black people in the
Okay,
US
does a Nigerian look like a person from Sudan?
from Sudan, like in northern Sudan, is actually they are more light colored, right? So
Man, you
you
know
find
what he
tribes in
asked you,
Nigeria,
man.
you find tribes.
Just
See
answer
some
the
dark skinned
question.
ones over there. What is you talking about?
Guys, let's not sing in a choir. I can keep quiet if you want to talk. It's fine.
Man, stop
But
acting
all
like you
I'm
don't
saying is,
understand the question. Does a Nigerian look like a damn Sudanese person, man?
of course, yes. I
Okay.
would say
You
yes.
see now we get to the disingenuous nature of
But
these
the
people, man.
reason, no,
It's
but
ridiculous.
Hold on, Dred hasn't spoke for a while. Don't cut him off.
Yeah. So what you're saying right now is him moving the goalpost and being, and basically he's pretending like he doesn't recognize that they have different phenotypes. So basically he's saying there's no different phenotypes on continent of Africa. Nigerian looks Sudanese. You got the Southern Africans, as they say, Southern Africans look like the Western Africans. But hold on, he just said that the San people don't look like other people from who are Bantu. Didn't he just say that just a second ago? Now all of a sudden, black Americans look just like the goddamn, like, come on, man. Like, we're 10,000 miles away. If y'all are on the same continent and you don't look like the San people, what makes you think that it's impossible for Black Americans who are 10,000 miles away to also look different than you? You're just trying to force your way onto us, man. No means no. No means no. Hey. No means no, man.
Exactly.
Hey,
No means no. You heard what my brother said.
yeah, man. Trying to force yourself onto our lineage, man. Our lineage said no, man. Pull your pants up, man.
Yeah, man. It's desperation at this point. Like
Yeah.
y'all come out very desperate. Okay. Wait, Ryan. Let me go to Karen real quick.
No problem, bro.
All right, Karen. I
Yeah, man.
remember speaking to you, but where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm Black, British Caribbean, Kieran.
You're not Black.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you. Hold
like,
on. I'm not going to argue with you about this today. You're not Black.
All right, cool.
Where you presently located?
You look Ghanaian.
Where you say you located though? Where you
I'm from the UK, United Kingdom.
UK. All right. What's your thoughts on the prompt, man?
You look Ghanaian.
Okay, cool.
You know how you said you don't look African? You do.
Okay,
you look Ghanaian. Cool. You look Nigerian.
Okay,
you look very similar.
Okay, cool,
Just
cool.
stop.
What's your thoughts on the prompt?
Yeah, we can be connected, man. Once you don't let this ideology go, bro. When you embrace love, don't see your brothers and sisters from around the world as competition.
I'm not talking about love.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about love or competition. I'm talking about we are not connected to you people in any way.
Man. See, yeah, that's the white man's poison. That's
my thoughts have
the white man's poison.
Hold on, my thoughts don't have anything to do with a YT person.
Yeah, that's the greatest.
I'm a
trick
Black
the white
American.
man ever pulled,
I'm a Black American, and all I think is Black American thoughts. Okay.
The white man, he moves in the shadows, bro. You have to watch out.
Yeah, maybe in the shadows of your thoughts.
He'll have you turn on your brothers and sisters.
None of y'all are not our brothers and sisters.
You are not our brothers and sisters,
What are you talking about? You are crazy.
Like y'all way across the pond. I'm not understanding this. Like, when have y'all ever been united with us? Like what have y'all ever done to help us? What are y'all talking about this unity? Like, when did this come about?
Thank you. It came about since my birth. And what I've done for you, sister.
Since your birth.
You haven't done anything for me.
I have represented Black people well. As a Black person, I have been a positive net contribution to society.
Over in Britain, right?
I have never left.
Right?
I have never left interactions with other races of which I've made us collectively look bad. That's what I've done for you. That's what I've done for everyone here.
Whatever y'all do is based upon y'all over there. That don't have shit to do with us in America.
White people from here could go over there. White people from there could come over here. So you know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about where people can go. You can go anywhere in the world that you want to fucking go. That don't mean you represent us. And that don't mean we represent you.
Take y'all bingo cards out for how many times he gonna say YT. He love them. They stay on his mind.
Think about YT people. We don't care about them people. We don't care about nothing they talk about or what they think.
I represent.
We whoop their ass. What y'all do over there? But get y'all ass whooped by them.
I represent Black power, bro. That's what I do, bro. I push that ideology. So that's what
Black
I'm doing.
power don't have anything to do with you, man.
I wanted to respond to something that was said.
Right, hold on, Karen. What you say? Hold on, Karen. What you say, Ryan? I couldn't hear you.
I wanted to respond to something that was said earlier about, these other Black communities trying to use up, whatever is deservedly of the African, of the foundational Black, American and so. But here's the thing that I really, really want to school all of you. You can reject it if you want, but there is a bigger culture beyond hip hop, beyond basketball, beyond all these things that intrinsically.
That doesn't make up our culture. We have academia and all of that. What are you talking about? That's a part of our culture. It's just one part, but we have many authors and everything. So don't try to just limit it to entertainment, sir.
And maybe you should embrace African
We created
cultures.
a lot of shit.
Why don't you look at the positives of your brothers and sisters across the world?
Y'all are not our brothers and sisters. Why can't you understand that?
It will be as if my
The
blood.
sisters is
It will
right
be
here
as
in
if my
America.
blood sister said,
Black
"Hey, Kieran,
Americans.
hey, Kieran, I'm not your sister." Am I supposed to take that seriously? She is. So you lot can say you're not.
You can
That's okay.
be a person that looks desperate, trying to beg to
Hey,
be a people that you are not.
hey,
But
you can say you're a
you look
unicorn. You can
desperate.
say you're any. You
You
can say
sound
you're
like a
anything you
desperate.
want.
You sound like a desperate person, sir.
No, I'm very stable. You're my brother.
No, you're
my brother,
desperate.
regardless of how you see
Do y'all
me.
hear how desperate this sounds? It
Regardless of how
sounds
you
like he's
see you.
begging.
It's
You
not
begging
begging.
What
us
have
to.
y'all
My
You
created?
position's
begging us
not
to be
returning.
your brothers and sisters.
Oh, not just
Want to
you.
know what they ever
It's
created?
black people
What have y'all
everywhere.
ever created or
Oh,
invented
we are the empire of Wakanda.
besides
Y'all
beans and
slow as
toast?
hell though. Y'all.
The
Can I
richest
just
man
ask
to ever live was one of us.
You said
The
Let me
what?
just ask
fastest
The
one
what?
man
favor.
to
What
ever
was that?
run. The fastest man to ever run
Can I,
was one
can
of
I, can I
us.
ask one,
The first
can
who?
I ask one small favor?
Us.
Can I ask
Oh,
one small favor?
explain
What
to us why
Usain
Mariah
Bolt,
Carey is
our
black
brother
and we are
them.
not. Come on, explain to
Fast
us.
man.
You're
Hold
following
So
our
on,
let's not
y'all.
lead.
all
Hold on.
let's
Hey,
not
He
say
Rico.
represented the
collectively.
UK, not America.
Hold on, Rico. You can't
Explain
talk
how
while other
Mariah Carey
people.
is black, but we aren't.
All
Explain
right,
it to
Rico.
us. Come on,
Listen. Your mic.
let's go.
For one, your mic is muffled, but you can't just speak over other people while they're speaking. Have some
Bro,
self
explain to
control,
us why
man.
Mariah Carey is black and we aren't. Come
All
on.
right, hold on. Have some self control. I'm gonna come back to you, Karen. Let me just
Why are you
explain this to
dodging me,
you.
bro? Come on, man. This is my second time here.
All right, but didn't you hear people speaking though? Did you not hear other people speaking?
Bro, I spoke at first, but you cut me off.
Respectfully,
Look,
close your
Don't
mouth.
dodge the question,
yeah.
bro. Come on.
Hey,
Respectfully,
Explain to
Rico.
close
us,
your
bro.
I'm
mouth.
gonna come back to you in a
Don't be
second, but
scared now. Explain it to us.
all right, hold on. I'm not scared, but just hold on for a second. We're gonna come back to you.
All
All
right.
right, Ryan, what were you saying, Ryan? Ryan?
I just wanted to make a small request, just a small favor.
Okay.
I mean, when we are engaging, when we are having a discourse, I think it doesn't really help when a person hasn't made a complete point and then we already prejudge the point and we start talking at the same time. It
I
doesn't.
heard what you were trying. I heard what you were trying to do. So that's why I muted you. Because I saw what you were trying to do. Okay? I saw 2 steps ahead of where you were trying to go with it. So that's why I just cut it off and let you know that it's more than just entertainment when it comes to our culture.
I know that's not where I was going.
Okay, no, that's exactly where you were going because you spoke about basketball and hip hop and all that other stuff. But I know that if I ask you what is your culture, you don't have a culture. You have a culture of nothingness.
I have that's exactly the point I was trying to. If you allowed me to finish the
Yeah,
point, you would
that's
not
what.
even.
Yeah, I see. I know that's what you were. That's what you thought you were going to do, but no. But when it comes to what kind of culture you have nothing that's notable.
No,
Now
I think it was
hold
just
on, man. Oh, wait. Explain.
Haven't
Tell us
created
what.
anything.
Tell us what your culture is, sir. What is your culture?
Okay. My original culture is a culture that is built around pastoralism. That concept means that we build a whole lifestyle around the ownership of our cattle. So we are a cattle farming community. We have rituals that are tied to the ownership of cattle. We have rituals that pertain to how we conduct marriages, how we keep our livestock. It's a vast culture. It includes dance. It
It's
includes
no. You
music.
said a ritual. You didn't say.
It's not
You
at
didn't
all.
speak of culture. You spoke of a ritual.
Yeah, that is that not part of culture?
No. Okay. You don't
Okay,
have any notable.
school me
You
on
don't
culture
have.
because
Hold on. You don't have any notable culture at all.
no, I didn't say it's notable. It doesn't need to be. I'm not saying it's notable.
Okay, so
I'm saying it's a culture that I
even
have.
if we want to just speak about our entertainment culture, it's worldwide, it's global. It's people somewhere on that ish whole continent dressing like black Americans right now, trying to walk like us and talk like us.
That's not true.
That is actually true.
Yep, that is. That's
That's
exactly why I
true.
I
chose
just
my
Where
see
does
some
it
closest name. I don't
Africans with
donate.
exist?
some FBA clothing on. Like, why the hell is y'all over there talking about FBA? Y'all got FBA on your clothes and shit. Like, now this is getting out of hand.
On clothes? Who?
I
Yes.
throw my clothes away. I don't donate it anymore because I
Yes.
damn if
Straight
somebody
Stop putting
tell me
them
FBA
in
I
a
ain't got
yellow
enough money for
box,
attire.
one of
Like,
my
man.
are you
hand gowns.
serious?
Stop doing
Not
the
This
buying
shit is
clothes
yellow.
the
getting out of
same.
hand. We sick of y'all.
This is. Do you know what this is? Honestly, right?
Wait, hold on.
It is the white man, but they
Oh, I
fed
see.
you some kind of delusion, bro.
Hold
You
on, man. We'll come back to you. I did tell Rico I was gonna give him my opportunity to speak. So go ahead, Rico. What do you have to say?
Bro, explain to us
I'm
why
not
Mariah
your
Carey is
bro.
black and we
First
are
and
not black.
foremost, first
Why
and
are you derailing
foremost,
the
I'm not your
conversation?
bro.
Why are you ducking the conversation, bro?
I'm not your
I
bro,
asked this
okay?
question many times. Explain to
Okay.
us why Mariah Carey is black and we are not. Explain to us, please.
You said what?
Why is Mariah Carey black and we are not? Explain to us.
Mariah Carey is bi-ethnic, I believe,
But
right?
she's
I'm not
And
partly
I
mistaken.
black,
told
right?
him that in the
She
She's
damn
biracial.
comments.
biracial. She
Oh
Mariah
my
Carey
god.
is
biracial.
biracial.
I
She's
know she's
biracial.
biracial,
What are
but
you
She's
she's
talking
partly
about?
black, right?
biracial. She not black. She biracial.
Nobody calls
She's
her black.
Yeah,
The
she's
thing is,
biracial.
she's
though,
partly black, right?
Mariah
Or not?
Carey don't disrespect the culture either.
Yeah.
She embraced it.
Yeah,
She
she
loves
So
it.
biracial. Everybody knows it. What are you talking about?
I know she's
And now
biracial, but
Vanessa
she has
Williams,
black
she's
in
black.
her, right?
Vanessa Williams is black.
Okay, well,
Bro,
she's
come on.
biracial. She's not black, you fucking idiot.
What are you talking about, man?
Okay, she's biracial. That means that she is half and half. That means that she's not 100% of either.
She's
Okay?
more black than me, right?
She is black and white,
But
biracial.
she's more black than me, right?
You're not black at all.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Okay?
ain't
that's what
black
I'm
at all.
saying.
So
So
they
she's more
correct.
black than me,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Okay,
Yes,
so, okay,
correct.
yes.
The
Explain
You're
that to
not
me.
black.
How
Empire
come?
we
Explain to
claim
me.
Mariah
Okay,
Carey.
so
I mean, one of her parents is FBA, so technically, yes, she's more black than
But what
you.
makes her
Yeah.
FBA black, though? Explain to me.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Foundation or Black
it's kind of
American?
simple,
all right.
right? What makes her FBA black?
It's like we gotta
Explain.
Black is American
it's
construction,
like
It's a
we
right?
gotta say
European
the same
construct, though.
thing
It's a
every day.
European
Every
construct,
day.
not the
Over and over
American
and over and
construct.
over
No,
and over and
no,
over and
no,
over and over.
no.
Let me ask
American.
you, hey Rico, how many of these me?
Break it up.
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
We claim
All right,
Mariah
I'm
Carey.
back
She's
now.
black.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Karen. Hey Rico, how many
Hey,
of these conversations
I second
how many
that.
con- how many of these
Man,
conversations have
stop
you listened
entertaining
in
us, bro.
on?
Explain us.
Wait a
Educate
minute.
us.
All right, wait a
You
minute,
should be a
man. How
comedian,
many
bro.
of
What
these
are you talking about, man?
listen? How many of these conversations have you listened in on and participated in, Rico?
Explain to us why people from the Caribbean are not black, bro.
Did you hear my
Explain to us
question?
why a Ghanaian is
Did you
not
hear my Did
Nigerian.
you hear my
Can
question,
can
bro?
you explain to us why a Ghanaian is not Nigerian?
Yes, I can explain that because they have two different nationalities.
Okay, they're two different
But being
ethnic
black is not a
groups.
nationality,
They're
right?
two different ethnic groups.
Yeah,
They're two
but being
different
black is not the
ethnic
ethnicity,
groups.
though.
You have the
Being black is not
same
the
yellow
ethnicity.
eyes, but you got still different ethnic groups. You may even
Okay,
eat some of the
so
same foods, but you still
okay,
have
wait.
different ethnic groups.
Okay, wait. Can I ask you something? Because you said it's an American thing, right? So somebody who's white from America, could somebody that's white from America say that somebody from Europa isn't white?
Yes, correct. They can.
Yes,
Because
How?
if they
they're
came from
not.
Ellis Island, they are not
What
white.
the hell?
The only people
So
that
you are
could
telling
claim
me the people from Europe
the
are not
only
white?
people who could claim white tea are the people who've been here longer and descend from the Mayflower. If they're not a
Ah,
wasp, they are not white tea.
okay. So
Everybody
Trump
Ask an
isn't
else is
white.
trying
Italian
to come
ask an
in.
Italian, is he white? He'll straight up tell you, I am not white.
Okay, so Trump isn't white.
Correct. He's not.
Italians aren't white.
Who?
He's a good ally.
What?
So Trump isn't white according to you?
Oh, he's German.
What? Yeah, that's his nationality, but race-wise.
No,
You're German, you fucking idiot.
ethnically, he's
But what are
German.
you talking about? German is
Germans
his
are.
nationality, bro. There's a difference between nationality, race, and ethnicity. You know that,
Nationality
right?
means where I live at. Ethnicity
Who
means
said
where
that,
I
bro?
derive
Who taught you
from.
that, bro?
He is homogeneously German.
Who
That's
taught
what
you that,
he
though?
is. He
Who
is
taught you that?
German. German. Say that again.
Bro, who taught you that, bro?
German. Someone better than you, because you're still trying to stutter
You
on
just
what
talking, bro. Show
race
me.
and nationality and
Educate me, bro. Come
ethnicity
on.
is. You're still confused. You're still
You
trying
are
to
the one
call us
confused,
bro
bro.
when
You're
we're
telling
not
me he's German. I
related.
know
You are
he's
no
German.
kin to me, sir.
So
You
you're
are
telling
no
me
kin to
Elon
me.
Musk isn't white?
You are no
What the
kin
hell?
to me. You're of no kin. So you stop
That's
calling
crazy.
me bro.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know why people reporting the live. Like I don't understand it. Y'all that
Elon Musk
upset
saying
that we
Aaron is
say we're
white.
not the
That's
understand.
news
fucking
to me,
same
bro.
as y'all?
That's
Is that
crazy.
fucking serious?
Yeah, you're compromised, bro. The white man's taking your soul,
Man,
bro.
I'm ready
shut
to
your
puff up.
fucking beans
Drop
and
Man,
some
toast
fruits
eating
in the
ass
glass
up.
or
Serious.
something.
those
You
Shut
might
Americans
the
as
got
well
fuck
y'all
play
in
up,
that
our head
song.
like,
beans
bro.
and
It's
toast.
crazy.
D, you might as
Yeah,
well play that song.
Not even joking, bro.
Shit is
fucking
crazy,
Hey,
bro.
if
beans and
someone
toast
told me
eating
the white man
bastard.
took my soul, I'll be concerned
Shut
and
the
take it
fuck up, you
seriously.
beans and toast
Yeah,
eating
because you're
bastard.
fighting
I'll
for
be
him right
like, oh,
now.
how? Please tell me.
Fighting for him right now, because right now when we're standing up and delineating and saying who we are and practicing
Yeah,
who we
man.
are, you're trying to give fodder for them in block by trying to flatten us and make us all one. No, we can't do that. We all don't need the same thing. We all don't won't thrive off the same thing. We are individuals just like everybody else. If if you're no, if your people are, is suffering off of a famine, and another people is suffering off of a drought, you don't give one thing that fits all. You don't. You got to be able to meet people where their needs are, and so stop doing that.
So I'm just trying to understand, right?
Because
Why
you've been running
don't
your
you
mouth this whole time.
why have the repulsion? Why have this hostility to the
That's called
unity of our
natural.
brotherhood?
That's
Why
I'm
natural.
trying
would
to
we want to
understand
Look,
that.
unify
look,
the
look, look,
people
look,
that
look,
sell
look,
Like,
other
why
look,
you
look,
people?
what?
look.
That's what I
I'm
want
gonna
to
ask you
know.
a question, Karen.
Yeah,
What type of vehicle you have?
I got Ford Transit,
You got a Ford Transit. What type of fuel does it take?
diesel,
Diesel. All right, put gas in there. Just put regular
won't work.
gasoline, 87 octane. Put that in there now, and
That
it'll be
would
okay.
that would damage the engine, sir.
Why is that? Why is your
It's
engine
just,
being so? Why is your engine being xenophobic?
What the hell?
it's just how it's made.
No,
What
man,
kind of example is
It's
that,
not a
bro?
personal
It means
choice.
fuel is fuel, right? Fuel is fuel. It's supposed to just run the car, right?
I'm not a chemist, I don't know the full
I think it's
details
a
of the
good
combustion engine, but
that's a good
Sounds like you being xenophobic. Why
that's a
don't you want to unite with that? Everybody else has a car and uses it. Why not?
but that's a good argument because the question now is if you put let's talk about these fuel types and the difference in vehicles and so forth. So that is that supposed to mean that
it's
You're
a
if
asking
you
people
terrible
if
for
say
like
analogy.
a different
But you know
human
what? But
being.
it's okay.
if
Look,
you
look.
give
If your car
the
breaks down,
water to
look. If your Ford, hold
Listen.
on,
Africans got a history of selling other
Listen
Africans.
to this. Mute up.
Why? Don't,
That's the history of
don't
the
nobody
elite
want to hear
people,
that.
bro. You really think regular people sold people? Come on, think you are smarter than that.
I just want to please the white man. The white man feed me. The white man
Oh yeah,
teach me.
that's what they do for y'all. Yeah.
The white man free me.
Is this projection?
The white man need me.
What
The
in the
white man.
AI is this, bro?
The white
Who's
man.
playing
I
that? Him?
love the white man.
I'm playing it.
The white man. The white man. I will shed blood
This is what the
for the
white man
white
does to your
man. The
brain.
white man. The white
No,
man.
that's what he does
Makes
to
you
your
I will
brain.
praise
I'm
the white
telling
man.
Because
you, this panel is
if you notice,
entertainment purpose
hold on, if
only.
you notice, y'all are the only people that bring up YT people in these conversations.
Yeah, because you're compromised
You
by
That's part
them.
of
said,
your
hold
history,
on,
bro.
you know how many
Of
No.
times,
course.
hold
We
on,
know
Rico.
our history and we know what's up.
You know how
No,
many
but you
times you
you
said
can't
YT?
imagine.
Hold
Can you
on,
not imagine like people who don't?
Karen. You know how many times you brought up YT since you've been on the panel?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to understand. You people can't understand how
You
certain black
people, there
people.
you go. YT
No,
sitting
You're
no,
up here
no.
not
talking
You
black.
can't
BS.
Oh, come
understand.
on.
You're
Just while
not
you
black.
defended, no,
Rico's
just
not
while you
black.
Individuals who
defended
Rye
share
not
your
will
black.
not put your
identity
Ford.
and your belief,
No, you don't
right?
understand. Just how you said you wouldn't put a different type of fuel type in your vehicle
I
because you
didn't say
understand
any
that
of this. You
you
brought that up.
understand that it would destroy your engine.
I'm saying, can you not understand as a group?
Black ass nigga, I'm from this bitch. Them cool ass niggas on the African stick.
How other
Bitch
people
ass
might
niggas keep
think.
polluting our history. With all this dumb ass African shit. I'm not an African bitch. Them cool ass niggas on the African dick.
This kind of music on
With
your
all this
phone is
dumb
crazy,
ass
bro.
African
I'm
shit.
telling you. What the hell?
The amount of effort you put into this.
For the democracy, symbols and these
Let's
lyrics now sit up
go.
Well,
forget the
this
name.
TikTok, bro.
Hey,
You
Democratic
literally
hey.
have
using you, you
music
just
like this
another
on your
how
laptop.
niggas
What the
gonna
hell?
push your own ethnic group. Our ancestors rose them out in their grave. If they see what we become today. But dancing and selling now. While they stealing some of dinner plate.
TikTok got y'all moving mad,
Rule
man.
with
Shut
your
up,
own
man.
people being erased. Bitch, we built this USA. Fuck what anybody gotta say.
It's called Proud Black American.
I don't know what y'all been told, but we on a different road. Cool ass niggas be acting like hoes. Shucking and jiving, caping for the foes. Leather ass bitches keep it thinking we jokes. Keep crossing the line, stepping on toes. Undermining, they have me slow. We stepping on shit and letting them know. I'm from this bitch.
Hey,
The cool ass niggas on the African stick.
hey.
Bitch ass niggas keep the union out history.
With all this dumbass African shit.
Hey.
That's my shit right there.
Y'all really lost, bro. Y'all listening to this
Very,
kind of shit,
very
bro. Come on,
dark.
man.
All right, hold on. But anybody that the song is called Proud Black American, and you can find it on the Black American Enforcers TikTok.
Nobody will
If you
listen to
want to
this
hear it
shit, bro.
again.
For real.
What
You said what?
happened? Who
Let me
got
let me
my
ask.
man?
Nobody will
Say it
listen
with
to
your
Karen.
this shit, bro.
chest.
Yeah, hold on.
Can I quickly
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. What you gonna say?
let's go back to that analogy that was earlier said, like difference between cars, right? So is that supposed to mean that there is food, which because we are talking about fuel like diesel and whatever? So is that supposed to mean that there is fuel that goes into an African American that doesn't go into, like, that will destroy an African if it goes in there? Or what was, I mean, what were
It
we trying
means
to
that
convey with that?
everything has a different need. Just because it's a vehicle doesn't mean that it's one size fit all. Everything has its specific needs. And even if you was to mess up, you can't take your Ford to a specialty, different make dealership. You won't take your Ford to a Mercedes dealership. You're going to take it to the Ford dealership. They won't have your parts there. They could try, but they ain't gonna do that. They don't have time. So that's what I'm saying. You
Black
guys
people in
don't
different
understand what
places have different
delineation is,
needs.
but you delineate every single day, subconsciously or consciously.
Yeah,
You
black
don't
people
go
in
ahead.
different
You
I think
don't
that was a
places.
go.
great
You
example
don't. No,
because
no.
it
You
doesn't
don't
work,
go
man.
outside the door without putting on certain clothes. You don't put your socks on your head. You don't put your drawers on your feet. You don't do none of that. You actually put on clothes like you should, and you delineate things like you're supposed to. You don't go ahead and put your bleach in your colors because you know it's not that. And then for that, that's called a washing machine. If you don't know what that is, then go ahead and Google it, YouTube it. But anyway, you guys are being obtuse for a reason, on purpose, because you know that you're not supposed to do certain things, but you still trying to undermine us and gaslight us into thinking that what we're doing is our outright rebuke, which is rightfully so. It is asinine and it goes against y'all. No, it goes against you because it doesn't benefit you anymore. You right now are the disease trying to convince the body that medicine isn't worth it. Why should I take medicine? It's for me, not you. Of course, what's good for me may not be good for you. Naturally, you're a pest. And that's all. You thrive better and thrive better in your own nature, in your own habitat. Stop trying to come into mine. You're becoming invasive. That's what you're doing. And this is why it feels like it's hard and it's a rebuke because we're not from the same soil. Yours is acidic. Mine's is nutritious. Mine is bountiful. Yours isn't. But you can make it that.
I like the
You
confidence,
just
brother.
gotta do the work. You gotta pull yourself up by your mud hut and do better. Point blank.
Mud hut, that's crazy.
Hey,
That's
you're
how the
right.
white
This
people in
is
Europe talk.
Hey,
I
but
don't
this
give
is
a
the
fuck.
thing.
I
So
mean, I
is
don't know.
look, man.
Honestly, I
You
don't.
can't keep white people penis out your mouth.
Yeah,
Y'all,
I live in
I
Europe, and y'all
God
sound like
damn, that
them
shit
for real.
crazy.
I'm telling you, bro.
In Ireland,
Y'all
they got
sound
mud homes
exactly like
too.
the Dutch people over here,
Y'all
bro.
They
the
got
ones
mud
that
homes in
worship the
Ireland
white
too.
tea
Those are
people.
actually
We
nice.
seen
Those
y'all
Oh,
geothermal
kissing
Rico,
their
homes.
feet
you
and
can hear the
everything.
white
Like,
man in
please
their
stop.
voice, bro. You can hear the white man in
Please
their
I actually
voice.
stop.
like
Y'all
some of them
complaining about a
subterranean
lot of
homes.
things,
this
Those
immigration, things like
actually,
that.
motherfucker
In
with
Europe,
this
only the
Harry
they
white people
Potter.
actually
complain
have
about
in
that
Europe
things.
subterranean
This,
homes that are underground that are made out of natural earth and mud and other type of materials. They actually have like a thatch and moss type of roof, but that is state of the art. It is actually nice. You guys could be trying to innovate that and try to do better, since some of you guys are in sub-Saharan areas where the temperatures get so fucking hot. But no, you rather go ahead and get leftovers, monthly Red Cross rights, and wear bubble jackets to emulate Black Americans in 140-degree weather. But it is what it is. While your water depletes because you guys don't actually do the proper herding and irrigation to keep and maintain your water. So it is what it is. But you guys are doctors, engineers. You guys are successful in every other country but your own. The only thing you're successful is running, and that's getting tired. Because you're gonna have to face yourself. Your shadow is your shadow. The shit smell that's on you is on you. No matter where you go, that shit is on you, and you have to clean yourself and handle it. If not, when you run somewhere else, you still gonna smell it.
Y'all sure this band is not a white American?
You sound
You
very
can't be
You're a
insecure.
white
associated with
What
You
the
people
hell?
sound
that
you
show
sound
other
What
very
is he
people.
talking about,
insecure.
man?
You sound
We don't
very
want to be
insecure.
associated with people that sold other people.
How you
Our
mean?
culture
Who are you
never
talking
did
about? About
that.
the?
We don't want to be associated with
Are you
y'all.
talking about the regular people of
you
Africa
know what's crazy though? You got this
that they short people?
motherfucker that
What are you?
sound like Harry Potter telling us that we sound like YT people.
Hey, he
You,
said
bro, you
he
speak,
said mud
bro, you
huts.
speak perfectly
I've heard a
English.
lot of white people say mud huts. I didn't make him
So the
say it.
fuck
He said
what?
it.
He
White
So
said
people
don't
it
do say
sound,
that.
because
don't say
What
what white
hearts,
Because
things
people
like
that's
that.
he
what you
say
said
guys
it because
have.
of what he
That's
observed.
pretend
what you
that you're not
have.
saying it.
That's what you have. That's what you
Yeah,
have.
yeah, that's what the white man says, bro. So
Okay,
you
That's
go
what
and
Deal.
agree
love the
with
white
That's
him.
man.
reality.
You go
If I
agree
was to
with him,
do
Jay.
Google Earth, you
He'll
would see
think you're
mud
a
huts
good
and
boy.
shanty towns. You would not
He'll
see
say
any
Jay's one
state
of
of
the
the
good
art. You
ones.
would not
He's
see
not like them
facilities. You would
savages.
not see irrigation and plumbing, and you would not
Yeah,
see a
Jay, Jay,
grid.
yeah, yeah,
You
man.
won't
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah,
any of
Jay,
that.
Jay.
You would
Yeah,
Let's
see
you're
talk
not
Lake
about
yeah, Jay.
America
Volta. You
before
would see
white
You're
America
children.
you're
You would
came.
more
see children working
civilized.
in
You're
Lake
the
Volta.
superior
You would
ones.
see feces floating in Makoko.
Yeah,
You would
we're all
not see
terrible.
anything. That's just
If
that.
white America left, USA would be shit.
No,
If,
it
no,
would
what?
not.
It
Because
It would
actually
we
be a
built.
built
See,
that
fourth
that's
world
the
damn
country,
thing.
thing.
You
bro.
What are
think that
y'all
we
talking
thrived
about?
because of them.
Hot
We
smoking
did.
hot, bro.
Our
Come on.
shit was built before they even came here, and then we
Cap,
still built
show us
more.
evidence of it
So
being
what is
green
y'all
before the
talking
white people
about?
came.
What have
Cap,
y'all invented? What have y'all
why are you
created?
lying?
What
Why
are
are
Hey,
you
you
hey,
talking
lying?
about?
y'all,
It's
Make the
y'all,
definitely not
assumptions.
lying. It's
Just
definitely
thoughts.
documented.
Just
Don't be
thoughts.
mad because
No,
y'all ain't
your
got
low
no
self
inventions or
esteem is
no
Man,
actually
come on.
creation.
showing. Your
America
low
That's
wasn't
why
self
shit
y'all
esteem
can
hey,
before
is
the
never
hey,
white
beat
people
Rico,
came.
us.
Rico, how
Rico.
many
Your low self
undeveloped
esteem is
countries
We
are?
are not the
Be real. Come
same.
on,
Hold
man.
on, Rico, how many undeveloped countries
Oh,
are in
America wasn't
Africa?
shit, bro, before the white people
Hold
came.
on,
Come
wait,
on, man.
wait, wait. How
What
many
are you
Please
talking about?
undeveloped?
stop.
It
Hold
was
on,
the
Y'all
how
still
many?
Aztec
ain't shit
jungle.
over
Look,
there.
Y'all
man,
Like
look.
y'all
still,
got all these people
I'm
living
at
y'all
the
still
part.
abroad.
relying on
I'm
Still
the
at the
ain't built
mounts.
part,
a
one of
damn
y'all.
thing
Y'all
yet.
beginning to act
Mounts
primitive.
are just stones and
All
sand,
right,
bro. Come on,
let
man.
me put you down. Jesus Christ.
That's called low self esteem, and what he's doing is trying to project that on us because he knows that he comes from a failing country, a fourth world country at that, and is going down and decreasing. He knows that his place is in chaos and anarchy, and that's why he doesn't want to come back. He will spend his energy fighting us than actually making his country better. I want him to do better. They got all the resources underneath their feet, but they don't have the computing power or processing mind power to actually make it better. They slow. They sitting on their hands.
But then turn
And
around
I
they
and
think if
call
they,
us
I
understand
think
that
if
slaves.
they did better,
he
you'd
thinks that
feel
our
terrible.
greatness is he thinks that our greatness and where where we are in the country is due to the agency of white people. But yet at the same time, they'll try to use us, call us slaves as a derogatory word, not realizing that chattel slavery was because these white people were so lazy and so barbaric and so primitive that they didn't know anything but brute force, that they got other people to do the shit for them because these people were already doing what they're doing. We weren't just farmers. We were carpenters. We were masons. We built. We did everything. This is why we have over 50,000 patents. This is who we are. That's just in our DNA, and it still thrives to today.
This is why you guys don't like that, because when you put our kids and you just put us next to neck and neck with each other, you can't look good without trying to put us down and smile in front of the white T people's face. And this is why it hurts. This is why white T people feel comfortable around you guys versus how they don't feel comfortable around us, because they see the greatness in us. We are the kid that got bullied, that did everybody's homework and got everybody a passing grade and got everybody graduate. So when I see that person that says they were degreed and they see the person that got them their degree, they are in shame because they know they did not earn it. They know that they are nothing without us. And this, when they see you, that's why they feel comfortable, because you don't know anything. You think that they put their white tea hands on it and everything was magic because white tea people give you rice. So they must be the kingdom or gods of civilization for you guys. And that's why you smile with your eyes when you see them, and it makes them feel comfortable. That's the only reason why you're in here. But you're trying to project YT adjacency with me into my people, but yet we're trying to be on our own. That's all we're doing. And you're getting mad on fighting on delineation. We don't have any YT people on this topic because we fighting y'all. We don't need to continue to go back on them because we already delineated. They know who we are. The people that came in earlier, we dealt with them. Now they ain't coming. Because I told them that if they can come in here without trying to get the live shut down, without calling us out of our names, because we don't care about the name calling, but you trying to get the live shut off just by calling us names, because you don't have the computing power or the IQ to actually formulate a sentence or articulate your argument well, because you pretty much not smart, point blank. That's all. You guys are useless. Get your life together.
Why are you bringing the discussion to our aptitude now?
No, he thinks if he just talks long enough, it's gonna make it sound like he's got a point.
I can't help y'all don't like the truth. That's all that is. Y'all hate the truth.
Whatever.
Well, hating the truth.
The truth is, this guy Jay. You're invested in this liking Africans, and I think it's from insecurity.
I'm invested in my people.
I think it's because you see them as competition.
The white man never be competition for us. Y'all can't even build your own city, country up. What are y'all talking about? You can never be competition. Like, stop. Y'all get ahead of yourself. You can never be. Because you can never be competition for us. We the superior.
You know what you did?
Y'all
you know what it was though? You heard all that silence, and he wasn't even muted. Nobody even muted him because it sunk in, because he know that it resonated with his spirit, because he knows the coward and the failure in him couldn't allow him to actually refute it. And now that he actually now that he stopped being the deer in the headlight because it froze him and it shocked him, he didn't expect that greatness to come out. Then all of a sudden he wants to try to deflect to the same ad hominem things about the white T man. That's all.
No, you're stopping me from responding.
You can't even defeat me without having a white T man.
Yeah, he done said YT at least 100 times since he's been on his panel.
Fantasy world are you living in where I'm responding?
Can't keep the white man penis out your mouth.
You're interrupting me constantly because you're afraid.
All right, be quiet, please.
You constantly bring up the white T man. Like, don't that shit get tiring after a while?
The white man. The white man.
Scared. All right,
the white man.
I ain't said that. Don't try to use me as a proxy. Don't try to use me as a proxy.
You see it as.
Don't use me as a proxy.
No, I'm
formulate I'm talking to you without saying the white T man.
I'm talking to you. Respond. You see them above, then you see your people, and then you see other black people beneath.
He's trying to get your live taken down.
Well, there's no hierarchy at all.
He's trying to get your live taken down.
No, I don't.
Why are you guys look at y'all at all? Like, what are you talking about? We don't worry about y'all at all. Like, you're no competition or nothing. I don't understand why you don't get it.
Oh my God, you see how peaceful it is without two Africans coming off their mic every second. All right, Rob, what were you going to say, man? Go ahead.
Man, to be honest, I didn't appreciate in the discussion we're having, just normal discussion like this, and then it has to be now you people are, in terms of how we think and stuff. I mean, it's just thoughts, right? And it could be that, you are better than us, and I don't have a problem with acknowledging that. I mean, it doesn't take anything away from me, and it doesn't take away my existence, right? But is it something that should really come in a discussion like this? I think that
Well,
was,
we do come from a first world country, and the majority of the countries in Africa are undeveloped. So that would that would definitely make us better.
it
Because my,
makes you
my
better.
ghetto, my
It makes
hood
you.
would still
It makes.
be my ghetto and hood
It
would
makes
still
you
We
be
don't
better.
no
flee.
no no no. A project in the
It
Nickerson
makes you.
Gardens will still be better than a mud hut. I'm just gonna just put it there, right there.
Why I keep
Not
telling them our projects look
that's
better
well.
than some of y'all whole country. Like y'all need to stop.
That's well and good. And all I'm saying is the mud hut will still be there, and we'll still live in it, right? But I mean,
A
is it
dwelling is a
important?
dwelling.
Is it
That's
important
fine.
for the discussion we are having? Is it important for the discussion we are having? I don't think it is.
It actually is because if you want to look at the contrast, you were trying to go back and forth and argue with us on common real world first world issues when you actually have fourth world primitive issues. And the thing is, if you were happy and content or complacent in that, we wouldn't argue with you. But the fact that you're trying to come into the first world and have us focus on you, and you're trying to figure out and dictate how we live our life, how we have self-determination, is an issue. You're not part of our family. You're not our kin. You're your own people group, respectfully, and we want you to focus on your people like you should. Nobody's going to come to your country, and the fact is, you're a genocide survivor. How in the heck you're going to come to us telling us what we should do when we're actually going through constant G-side in our own country? UNESCO has actually said that our Black Americans are going constantly under genocide because of things that are happening. We are going with something called the erasure. How the small hats had the Holocaust, our G side is called the erasure, and you see it constantly through our politics, through social life, through just me and you having a conversation. You're trying to figure out why should we breathe. You're arguing on why is it reasonable and why should we need and thrive on off oxygen. Why should we survive? We should not be trying to debate why we need to live with you. You need to go focus on your own. You're a parasite, point blank. You're being a nuisance. Your welcome is over. Your time is up, point blank. We didn't mind having you and having our own arms open as a guest when y'all came, but then y'all came with disrespect. Y'all opened the door, y'all had muddy shoes on and walked in the house, opened up every single cabinet and door in the house, and then stood on the couch. And then kept the TV on and turned the lights on and left the water running and went into the fridge. You were supposed to be a guest and
All the
you
goddamn
exploited that.
cereal boxes and everything.
If we were in a different country and we were doing that, then y'all be like, what the heck?
I
Y'all
would
would
still.
no, to be real, you guys wouldn't even let us vote in a food contest. We wouldn't even let us decide who has the best jollof, yet alone in your politics. You guys use that we undermine y'all politics and y'all country with our country. So imagine if we were actually trying to participate. Y'all unalive the people who do come in the guise of pan-Africanism. When they try to come in and try to make things better, y'all try to extract, take their land, and grape, do whatever you can to assault them, and then unalive them. That's what y'all do. There's no solidarity. We're not connected. Stop it. It's a farce. It's a fallacy. You guys don't do that in your own country with your own self. Genocide survivor. Genocide survivor. Just understand that. Take that in. You're a whole genocide survivor. I think you said you're in Canada. Canada. Canada, eh? Poutine and maple syrup. Canada. Hockey. And you're not in your own country because of the shit that your people have went through. But you're trying to go finger wag on us and tell us what we should be doing. Why should we not defend and protect ourselves and look at our best interests, our self-interest? You don't believe in self-determination because you don't have a self. And you being us being clueless is what you need for us to for you to survive. So you can and tag on to us. And that's done. We're done.
I think it's good. When you say, okay, you're not welcome to this discussion as an example. It's good to put a discussion where, it's clearly made, for me to see that you're not welcome here. That helps a lot. But when when I come with the assumption that, okay, this is a discussion where we are engaging so that we can maybe understand each other a lot better. Later for that discussion to turn out, it seems like the problem is the wrong one, And for me, that's the problem.
If you
Was
were
I
trying
I
to,
came to
but
engage.
if
I
you were
came. No,
trying to,
wait a
Rain,
minute. Wait,
Rain, if
my
you were
brother.
trying to understand
I
us
will
better,
listen to you. I will listen to
Rain. But
you.
hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there though, because I heard something that right there. You're contradicting yourself because if you were really trying to have a conversation to understand and to be on the same page, you would not tell your brother, your fellow brother or African, to calm down or stop whatever he's doing when he was being blatantly disrespectful, calling us ad hominems attacks and not trying to understand. And then when I brought up a good concept, the good analogy with the car, when he asked me why is it important for to delineate and what's the delineation, and he still chose to be obtuse, you should have said, nah, that's not right. I can understand that, but you didn't do that. So if you're really trying to understand, then you would actually
Muted at that time, and still I
you
would
could have
have
put
loved
something
that
in the
he
chat.
learned his. Yeah, just a minute. If he had landed his point, and perhaps we engage maturely, like even before he comments, or maybe he says one or two things, and before he forms the whole concept of what he's trying to say, at one or another time he's muted, right? But I'm not saying I represent his views, and he comes with his own perspective. We have different ways of looking at things, right? But all I'm saying is me speaking for myself, right? I thought the prompt invited us to engage, and I'm not, as an coming from my background, I'm never ever going to try and usurp a person's rights and privileges. I will never do that. I know my place. I'm a guest, and I can be kicked out anytime, right? So I come with that full maturity, and for me, it's just the discussion of: are we trying to put up a straw man that we can knock down? Are we trying to have a mature discussion? So that's all it is, right?
So why can't
Because
you? Why can't
even
you?
because just a minute, even in your own, there's a lot in your own world that I don't. And there's a lot that you have gone through, that you experienced uniquely to you, that I might observe from a distance and empathize. But to be honest, I would never ever try and say I come in there and I'm trying to decide your identity for you. I might want to understand what you're going through, and I'm also coming in to say, okay, let me share what I know. And I'm telling you, that initial point I was trying to make is there is a lot more to the color that happens here and everywhere else that some of us do not know.
Oh. Oh no.
I just I
Are you suffering ABS? Out of 1 to 3 Africans, they suffer a skin condition called ABS.
Don't forget the chiggers.
Today.
Don't forget the chiggers.
Are you
All
talking
right,
about the
y'all.
jiggers?
The
Jiggers.
Jiggers.
The feet jiggers.
The jiggers.
Today.
Oh
Hey,
no.
but today you back up again?
Yeah.
Man, you must have had you a couple
Wait.
after that.
Jiggers. What's my mother sucking name? Jiggers.
I mean,
Jig.
after dealing with that, after dealing with you had to deal with earlier, you had to have you a few drinks before you had the nerve to get back on here.
No, I ain't even had one. I wait till Friday to throw a few back, but I just was a little bored, so I was like, fuck it,
Oh man.
Yeah.
More people whining, huh?
Yeah, we got this guy that
That's the crazy.
see
That's the
he. Go ahead, Miss Cheryl. Go ahead.
that's the craziest shit. I mean, we're just delineating. God damn, we're not going out here causing war.
I know, right? It's funny.
Everybody is about to Right. lose their damn mind. We're just saying, will we, you go your way, I go my way. There's a line in the sand. That's it. That's it. It's not like we I trying don't to get, I terrorize don't, y'all or anything. Like, it's not that serious. We just want Matt. to be our own people and y'all own people. And Yeah. that's fine. Matt, you would have thought we declared war on somebody or something.
We
I mean,
did.
WAR.
They're
I'm sorry. I love
parasites.
TikTok, Chuck. I love TikTok.
Miss Cheryl, they're parasites. Like when you cleanse your body of the flu or any type of parasite, the first thing that it does when you bring the stuff to fight it back, it reacts even harder. And that's what it is. We're purging our body and cleansing ourselves of these people, and they acting like the narcissistic, parasitical sociopaths that they are, and trying to undermine us and call us out of our names and get irate and sometimes downright violent. And we're just doing what we're doing. All we're doing is standing up and breathing and living. And they can't stand that because they need us to be weakened. They need us to be in a crippled state in order for them to be on our backs. But as soon as we start standing up, all of a sudden they are afraid of heights, and they're trying to gaslight us and call us threatening and saying that we're abusing them because we're bringing their fear of heights. Get the fuck off my back. And they don't understand that,
Well,
because it's just
how
their
you get
nature.
rid of jiggers though? How do
I
you get
don't.
We
rid
gotta
of
get some
Yeah.
jigger
jiggers?
repellent.
I don't.
How you
I
get
don't.
rid of it though? Is there? I mean, like, how do you get rid of jiggers?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm definitely gonna look into that, but
Is
Somebody
that?
look it up. Like, I want to know, like, because it looked like that hurt real
Yeah.
bad. Like,
That lady from Tanzania that was
it, it, it,
talking. Yeah.
so I just want to know how you get rid of jiggers. Because if we can figure out how to get rid of jiggers, then that may be a way to get rid of them. Because this how I feel
Let me
like
go on mute.
if we be on here saying we're not African, we don't have a connection to any of you all or Caribbeans. No, well, why y'all don't want to be African? Because we not African. Do y'all eat collard greens and cornbread?
No.
Do y'all eat cabbage? No, I
Yes.
mean, do y'all eat
I just had some fried cabbage now.
German chocolate cake? Do
Mm-mm.
y'all make fried chicken? I mean, tell me how you make it. No, you don't. So we're not the same people. We want you to accept where we're saying what our lineage is from. Can you do that, Ren? Can you accept
hey, I
our
found out how to get
lineage?
rid of chiggers.
Yeah, no, I think I can
Hold on,
accept
Ryan.
that.
Chiggers are tiny larvae of mites that attach to your skin and cause intensely itchy red bumps. You don't actually need to remove them. They usually fall off on their own pretty quickly, but you do need to treat the bites and prevent more exposure. What chigger bites look like? They often appear as clusters of small red bumps, usually around tight clothing areas, ankles, waist, behind knees. How to get rid of chiggers on your body. First priority, wash them off as soon as possible. Take a hot shower and scrub your skin with soap. Wash clothes in hot water. This removes any remaining mites before they attach firmly. How to treat
Okay, so that's how you get rid of chiggers. You need soap and water and hot water.
So that means that the people who suffer from jiggers, they're not washing themselves properly with soap and water?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you got to think in Tanzania, they don't really have any clean potable water. So it's kind of hard to do that there. And then they just in dirt all day for the most part.
I wonder if it come from cow dung.
Mm.
Where the hell you get that? Like,
Because their floors are made out of cow dung. So I'm wondering if is it the
ugh.
cow dung?
Somebody said that shit sound like crabs.
Yeah, like I
It
wonder,
does.
is it from the cow dung? That's what I'm wondering.
It's
Because they say it
uh,
has
yeah. Love and
antibacterial.
Life said it's
Uh,
because of the floors. And
Oh,
she brought this to our attention earlier today.
but their floors are made out of cow dung.
ew.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
really?
crazy. Yeah, they use that for the walls and some of the floors. They
Oh,
rub it in.
hell no. See, nah.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
And their baskets, right? So they'll use cow dung for baskets that they put their fruit in and food.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I
That's
seen one
just
of them.
nasty.
It was on the YouTube. I was watching a video, and one they had their head like where the cow be pooping and peeing, and yeah, it was all peeing on his hair and stuff. He was just washing that
That's
shit
like
Yeah.
with their
one of the
lips.
tribes in the
Yeah,
Sudan. That's like
yeah.
the urine changes their hair color.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So
Yeah,
we
it's
got
crazy.
just for me, they got just for P.
And let me just say this is that we don't use like urine and cow dung. Like, let me tell you, like even during a rebellion, when enslaved people were, revolting, they urinated on cotton. So that was one way. Like, shoot, I messed with your cotton, um, and destroyed your product. Now what? And they weren't gonna use that cotton. You can't get no money from that. Um, but we all use doo doo and pee for stuff. We don't. We find it disgusting. It has no antibacterial benefits. You actually from pee and doo doo, you can get hepatitis. So now I'm
Yep.
wondering how many people
Yeah.
get hepatitis.
I'm sure a
They
lot
sick
of
as
them
hell
have
over
it.
there, man.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot
They
of them
s-
have it.
they sick over there. You could just
I mean, they
look
do
at them
got
and
jaundice
tell they
eyes.
sick.
They do got yellow ass eyes, so it's a possibility.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, you
Yeah.
just think about all the shots you got to get just to go over there. So our
Right.
normal immune systems could not even just handle being over there at all. Eating any of
Right.
the food, digesting the food, the water. No, that's why I would never go to that continent. That's just my personal.
They got all the resources to change that, though.
And they just won't do it. Mm-mm-mm. Cause I bet it could be beautiful over there if they just get their shit together.
Most
You,
definitely, you got the
hmm
favorable climate region that can constantly grow. You can actually be like they could be a agricultural superpower on top of natural resources, but they ain't using it. They'll sell it. They'll do whatever for trinkets. It just makes no sense. Like I never seen somebody mine for something just to sell it for money, just for them to buy back the product that was made from the shit that they sold. Like I don't get it.
That's how I know we're not the same people because as much as product they have, like they can barter. Like, okay, you got all this wood. Okay, let's see if we can make you a house. Oh, you got this fruit. Let's see what we can do about food. Like barter and start making up an infrastructure. I
Right, like get
mean,
an
you don't have to
excavator
pay
or
each other,
something.
right? You all have trades that are within your community that you can make a change. I mean, our ancestors did that, so I don't understand how it's not working over there.
See, their
And
way of
they're
life is greed and corruption. So that's why they can't do it. It's all greed and corruption. When they get people that's in power, it's all greed.
Mhm. Like even here, we barter for services, especially in like the beauty industry. And I mean anything else, like, okay, I got a trade, I know how to do this. Oh, I know you know how to do this. Okay, let's go service for service. Service. Let's help each other. That's how I know
And I remember
we're
my
not the
cousins used to
same.
barter too. Be like, hey man, you can give me your homegirl's number and I go ahead and do this for you. She doing your hair. Come
Right.
on.
Right. You cut my hair, I fix your car. You
Hey
do
yo,
my nails, I do your eyebrows. I mean something.
yeah,
You know HVAC. All right, I'm a carpenter. I mean, you help each other. We help each other out. But why is it that y'all can't do that to make your cities better than what they are? I mean, I just feel like the constant, oh, people coming over there messing with our resources, and oh, the Europeans or the Americans are not letting us do this. I mean, you have countries that are filled with nothing but black people, and you outnumber them. So what is the issue?
right. Hey, yo, D, I gotta go run some errands, bro. But I ain't want to just drop without saying that, man. I'm a holler at y'all, man. It's been a great conversation. I hope the African brother, rhinoceros, brother Osiris, Ryan for short. He go Ryan for short. But brother Rhinoceros, I hope you understand what delineation means now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Thank
Of
you,
course,
Fred.
that's
Later,
Bro.
dreadhead.
Talk to you
peace
soon.
out,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
Have
Y'all
a
be
good
easy.
day.
Yeah.
Be easy. Peace, peace, peace.
Yeah, to what you were saying, Kiki Lolo, they need to they getting played out with the resources thing. They taking our resources because they treat it like they stole their last $10, like it ain't ever coming back. Those resources underneath their feet are not finite. It it's they got abundant resources underneath their feet they can use, but they don't do anything with it. Like they have enough to actually still sell their resources to different countries to barter to get whatever they can and still cultivate and make things out of the resources that's still underneath their feet. There's enough to go around. This is why these countries, these European countries, are carving them out, and including Asia. That's why these people are staying in here and doing what they're doing because they're not doing anything with it. And partially is because just like the other dude said earlier when he was trying to deflect or project the inferiority on us, they think that greatness comes from the agency of being next to white tea people, and they think that that's all that comes out of it. But instead of knowing that it's actually hard work and determination, self-determination, these people ain't doing that. These people don't know how to do anything. They lack critical thinking skills, and so they think that inventions in a soft life comes due to being neighbors and having these people inhabit their countries, but it ain't. And they refuse to believe that the greatness that we have is due to us because of the shit we got out of the mud in spite of the shit that we've been going through.
Hey, Sam, go ahead.
Just 1 minute. I think the only thing I would say when you have the discussion the next time, I don't know how possible it is to invite a gentleman called Austin. I think it's Austin Holloman. He's an American content creator who I think, is originally from Texas. Now, when you have a discussion about Africa, that guy, I think he will bring some good, fresh perspective because I think he has taught a couple of those African countries, right? He might give you a picture of what has really been done and what has not been done, and just he might change your perspectives here and there because it's not all it's not like nothing happens there, you know. So I think he would bring some value to the discussion because not to it's with all due respect, I would say there's really limited knowledge on the panel about what really happens on the continent there. So I mean, if possible, I think the guy is called his name is Austin Holloman. I know he was in my country in Africa, and I think he has been to South Africa. He lived like literally lived physically in Kenya. I don't know whether in Nairobi, but he has really traveled a lot, you know, across Africa, and I think he brings a true perspective because maybe most of you guys have not really been to Africa, so
And
you
that's
won't
the
really know what's
presumption
happening
that you
there.
just made. What makes you
Right.
think that any of us have not been to the continent? We don't have to sit here and have those conversations. And I'll say that because whenever I travel, I don't make it known to social media because it's not anybody's business. It's my experience. But that's why would you think that we don't travel or we've never been to the continent or anywhere?
And I just wanted to say, you know, he was talking about Austin. Well, we know somebody by the name of Wani Spots, who is a anthropologist, and she's been to every country in the world except the South Pole. She's been to every country in Africa. And I have learned a lot from Africa, about Africa from an anthropologist.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
I think that's great, to be
Hey,
honest. Because if you have
hey, what's up?
if
Hey,
you have
hold on, Ren. Hold on. Because I specifically came up here to address you. Um, I think it's very disingenuous that you think you know so much about us that you can dictate to us how we should be listening and trying to help Africa, how we should think about Africa. That's part of the problem. Like y'all think we don't know anything, y'all think we don't travel, y'all think we don't see anything. And a person like myself who has been to the continent and lived abroad and see how y'all function in other societies, and we see how you function here in America. You literally pretend to be Black Americans when you can, when it's beneficial from you. But when something bad happened and y'all get arrested or whatever in the piece, oh, y'all want to be Black Americans. But if you do something good, oh, now I'm Nigerian. Oh, now I'm Ghanaian. Oh, now I'm Kenyan. So y'all make the delineation. Y'all literally come over here and say, I wasn't cargo. I wasn't cattle. I came on a plane. I didn't come on a boat. Like, y'all come over here and make very disparaging things about us. And it's not just a few of you, it's almost all of you. At one point or another, we run into some kind of issue where y'all have been told to stay away from us because y'all believe what y'all see on TV about us. And it's very disingenuous. So we've been having open arms for 60 plus years trying to get y'all some help. And mind you, y'all have done nothing but spit in our faces. And then you're going to turn around and be like, oh, well, you really need to listen to this guy because he can open your eyes. No, we don't need to listen to him. Because at the end of the day, your behavior is piss poor in this country. You come over here, you pretend to be Black American, and you put on our scholarships and everything that you're Black American so you can get the money for being a Black American and then turn around and get money for being a first generation wherever you from and then get money for being an immigrant. Y'all double dip. We got programs set aside for y'all where you have to be a continental African to get a business loan. But when it comes to other shit, we as people who are taxpayers, Black Americans, can't even get that stuff. So do not preach to us about what we don't know and what we're not experiencing in our own country, because at the end of the day, we are at home. We are not abroad. We are not fleeing. And the only reason you are able to even come here is because of us. And you need to remember that. So the next time you get up here on this panel and try to tell us something because you think you older and mature, you don't know a damn thing about being a Black American and what the Black American experience is with the African community and with the Caribbean community. And before you get on here and say I'm a kid, I'm 45 years old. I ain't that young. I've been around long enough to know. And I'll land there.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm actually I'm actually 2 years older than you, but here's the thing. I think that is not where I came from. You know, even with
I don't
whatever I
care
was trying to
where
say.
you came from. That's what you did.
Ma'am, I listen to you. Please allow me
No,
to
that is
talk,
but don't deflect because that is
or
exactly what
just
you did.
talk. Go ahead and talk. It's fine. Go ahead and talk. It's fine.
Okay, but you can talk, but don't lie. Don't lie. Don't try to tell us what our experience is because we all just experienced you think you know better than us on this panel. We all heard it.
I was talking about Africa. What you know about Africa. And I was, perhaps I might not be good at, saying what I need to say. So that's why I said there's somebody even from your own community, the person you will regard is one of you, whom I know has lived in Africa and can be able
Do
to,
you not see the
maybe
problem with
shed more
that?
light.
Do you not see the problem with that? What makes
The
you
only,
think we have to know
the problem,
anything about you when you're in our country? We don't care about what's going on over there on the continent of Africa. We do not owe y'all any allegiance, especially for the ones of us who do have African descent. Y'all sold your own people. We don't owe you nothing. We don't owe you no help. We don't owe you no allegiance. We don't owe you anything. Get off of that. That's what's offensive. Do you not understand that?
Yeah, and one
I
person's
understand,
anecdotal
ma'am. Let
experience.
me just for a minute, let me land this point. Somebody on the panel says they sleep in cow dung houses. Somebody else says, okay, they have built nothing.
But is it
You
not
hear me?
true?
No, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
the
Is
collective
it not true
speaks.
That's the
though?
Yes, it
basis.
is true. It is very
That's the
true.
basis from which I'm saying. That's the basis from which I'm
We know
saying a
you
statement
have
like that.
developed cities
Some,
over there. We
man,
know you
man,
have
listen,
developed. No,
wait,
no, no, no.
wait.
You're not gonna play that because we know you have developed cities over there. Like Rwanda's very nice. We know all about these places, but you disparage us. And when we throw the same disparaging type of shit back at y'all, then it's like, oh, you know nothing about us. But you over here telling us that we all live in ghettos and we all EBT and everything. Like, let's be for real. Y'all can't handle it when the shoe's on the other foot.
The
I
clock
mean, you
is
are
on the other
involving me.
foot.
You are involving me in a discussion that will never come out of my mouth. So
But you
this what
came
you
up
have heard
here to be
someone
in the
else.
discussion. So
No, I'm
yes, you
saying
are a part of it.
when I came to the panel and I said what I said, and I want to be held by what I said because why would I? I don't have time to disparage
Hold
people. Why would
your
I?
Okay,
people
let me hold you to
accountable.
what you said then. That person you said that you wanted us to watch and listen to so we can get a better understanding. That person's anecdotal experience does not speak for the collective of what's going on. We do know, just like the Neo Solo said, we know that they have some developing countries in Africa, but that is the exception, not the rule. There's actually a TED talk that I will actually watch, and this is why I referenced that you guys sit on your hands because they even made a movie about it called "The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind." They lived in abject poverty where they had to depend on rice rations to survive through the seasons of the drought and famine because they had an annual drought. They knew it came every year. And this boy that wanted to go to school to do engineering, to learn things that make his village better, pretty much had to go to, they had a school village where they had books, where they had, even though they were in abject poverty, had to pay whatever type of money so they can have their kids go to school so they can learn that stuff, and the kid parent didn't have the money, they didn't come through, so they kicked that boy out. And pretty much the school, the whole village went through a drought famine where the boy was trying to learn certain engineering techniques with pumps and motors so he can use a device to create water, to pump water from a well so they can bring that water to the droughted area. Ignored that kid to some point where some people felt bad for him and let him go into the school and sneak and look at the books, and he was able to finally build a component to help them out. But the only missing thing that he needed was a will so he can do that. His And the only person who had a will was his father because he had a bike, and his father would not give him that bike wheel so he can help the whole village. His dog was unalived. Several people were unalived, and people fled and deserted that village because it was out of water. To the point where the father finally, out of breaking down psychotically, he had nothing else to lose. He was like, "Fuck it, go ahead and use it," and that's when he was able to get the water, and create that pump device to bring water back to the country so they could eat. And he was able to get some type of a scholarship, and he was able to do a TED talk because of that. That right there is the common issue that you guys have in your country. You guys have this do for self or this individualist exceptionalism and escapism type of mentality, and you guys sit on your hands. You guys literally have the resources, even if it's not as much, but you still have the resources for the information, the access to internet. Because hey, I see Africans at a certain time of the day on TikTok begging. If y'all can have the energy to beg for a galaxy, why don't you go on YouTube and learn certain things like engineering, basics, agriculture, just little things. You don't have to be advanced. It don't take much. You guys I know it's Freudian, but when they're bringing these people and making them force them into minds to do modern day slavery, they're not even giving them tools to dig. They're digging with their hands. So if they can actually get it out the mud, literally, pun intended, why don't y'all do the same thing about making y'all country better? Why don't y'all have militias to actually do farming? Why don't, instead of taking a machete to take people's resources, why don't y'all use it to till? Why don't y'all go ahead and create different channels and to divert water, so when you guys have in time of drought, you have a basin that you have water reserves. Y'all don't do that. You got plenty of resources, and y'all don't do it. Plenty of options to learn different knowledge, but you come on here, posture yourselves like you know something, and it comes off very pretentious, and you're trying to talk down on us, knowing where you come from, knowing what's going on. And you say, "Oh no, you don't know what's going on. You the white T man told you." No, I know for a fact because of the desperation in your eyes and the desperation in the collective that come to the countries to flee from where they are. You guys are, and again, Freudian slip. You guys move and flee in masses. There are more. There's a more representation of foreign melanated people all around the world than there is in your country because you guys flee. You don't stand and take care of home, point blank, and it's going to continue to fall. It's going to continue to follow you no matter what because you guys don't do better. You don't, because you guys won't do better. I
Thank
land
you.
my plane.
All right, thank you. Okay, Rod, did you want to respond? If not, I'm gonna go to Sanga, because Sanga was coming off her mic.
Yes. First
Sandra,
things
go
first,
ahead, please.
I would like to go to the topic of the discussion. So, as a South African, I don't feel connected to you guys as Black Americans, and I think most Southern African people, I don't hear that coming from them in that they are connected to you guys as people. So, I'd like to make that clear. But growing up, I've always been interested in knowing, okay, where do you guys come from exactly, like getting to understand you as people, because as a young person, when you like growing up in South Africa, when I see a person who is Black American on TV, I didn't identify them as American, but I would identify them as closer, as same as what I am. So going back to what J. Will just spoke about as to like why Africans are not doing anything in their countries. It's not as simple as we guys would like to make things be on this discussion. We know that as as brown people, you guys in America and globally, we have suffered a lot of pain. So in terms of developing our countries, there's just so many things that we just we haven't been doing because we've been fighting. So it's not as simple as you guys are making things sound. So that's just what I would like to say. For example, I'm a South African Xhosa person who comes from the rural areas. But I went to school. My siblings went to school. They've got degrees, engineering, scientists, doctors. But the pains that we've been through as Black people are the reasons why I would say we haven't developed as much. We haven't come up with a lot of things that you, for example, JRL, you would want us to have come up with. As
I'm
you say, we
sorry.
haven't
I need
done
to
this.
interrupt you for a
We haven't
second.
done that.
Sweetheart, we've been going through this for hundreds of years. We've been fighting
Yes,
for hundreds of years. You're
yes, but
talking like we haven't been fighting for what we're
I
reaping the
know.
benefits of that fight.
Yes, what I'm saying
And
is
y'all
that
not blood.
you same on your side as well as Black Americans. I would think you fighting has allowed you guys not to develop as much as you would have if you were not fighting as people. In terms of, for example, developing the medications that you guys are talking about, the jabs that you would take if you are coming from Africa, a lot of those, I don't think they are coming from Black Americans. And because you as people have been suffering for years, you haven't had time to sit, develop things like that. Instead, you have been fighting. Same in
You're
Africa.
guessing, sweetheart, you're
People,
guessing. I'm sorry.
I'm not guessing. I know what I'm talking about.
We have over
In
50
Africa,
patents, 50,000 patents. We own a lot of businesses here, millions of businesses here. Like, I need you to be for real. You don't know
I
us like you
understand
think you
that.
know us.
I understand that, but we know that globally, brown people haven't been the most developing people. We know that in this panel. We know
What
that
does that have to do with Americans, though?
globally, globally, brown people, whether it's in
You don't
America,
know what
whether
you
it's in
are
Africa,
talking about.
Black people haven't
You
been.
don't know what you're talking about. And now you're
At
grasping for
all.
straws because we're on two different continents. I live in a first world country. So you
And
want
who are
you
the
want
most
to kind of.
developers of those things that are there? I don't disagree with you. Yes, you do live in a
So
first
how
world
are you
country.
telling us that we're not as developed as we should be
I'm
as a
saying
people?
brown people
No, no,
globally.
no, no,
I'm
no. We're
not
not
making.
the same. You
Yes,
do
we're not the
understand
same.
that we're not the same as
I do.
other black,
I do.
other brown,
And
melanated
the
people
you know what?
from
The
around
people
the
that
world.
claim to be the same
Sanga,
as you
We're
Sanga,
guys,
not the same. I'm
and
telling you,
we
we're not the same.
Sanga. Man, I think if you listen to her carefully, the point to take home is not where you are hammering whether we are the same. Of course, we are not. You made that
We
clear.
have been
But
developed
she
for
made
way over a
just a
hundred,
minute,
longer
just
than
a
you
minute.
all have been,
She
right?
made one point.
No, no, don't speak for her. Don't speak for her. Please do not speak for her. We're not in the same situation. We've never been in the same situation as you in South Africa. We're not the same.
yes, we're not. We're not
We're
the same
not.
people,
So don't tell us
and I don't
what
think we are
how you
connected.
know what you're talking about when it comes to Black Americans because you don't.
Okay, of course I don't. That's why I'm here. I
You
want to
just told us
understand
you know what
where.
you're talking about when it comes to us.
Of course, there are certain things that
You
I think
don't
I
know
do
what
understand about
you don't know what
brown
you're talking
people.
about when it comes to us.
Okay, teach me before
I don't
white
have to
people
teach you
arrived.
anything. You
Teach
can
me.
read.
Is she wrong to say that if the brown person in the US were left alone because they are foundational, they were found, if they were left alone, owning all these things that they have done, that they would have been far, far away by now, that they would have been more an advanced civilization? Is that a very wrong proposition to make?
No, it is very wrong because we've been constantly having things going on where we had to restart. We built multiple cities and had to rebuild it again. It makes no sense because you have the majority in your own country with the resources underneath your feet, with the collective that who we are and what the few that we are compared to the vast majority of who you guys are and what y'all have out there. You should be able to do that. There's no reason, there's no excuse. You can't blame that on anybody.
But what she says is, if the brown race is left alone,
There is no
alone,
fucking brown race.
if it exists,
But even
There is
that's the
no
case
brown race.
again.
What are you
whatever the
talking
color,
about?
whatever the
Okay, but
whatever
again,
the just a
melanated.
minute, let me learn the point. Let me learn the point, guys. Come on, let's not argue. You know what I mean? You will get an opportunity to respond. What she says is, if whatever the color, if that race is left alone, which is yours in the US where you were found, you are foundational, you were left alone, no other community came to disturb you so that you restart like you did. Your patterns that you are holding today, will they be this number or much bigger? That's the point she made.
Yeah, our
So
presence
she
will be much
says,
bigger and we will be more advanced, actually. But
can
Gonna
agree
be
with
the
that's all
same
she says.
predicament.
That's all she
Because
says.
y'all got
we're
billions of
comparing.
people and all them resources over there, and y'all still ain't accomplished half of what we did. We would still be ahead of y'all.
Not even a quarter or a 16th of what we have done. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm not even humble bragging. It's just we've constantly melanated people among the globe, except for the people who are in the Solomon Islands or whatever. Or not,
The
not Solomon,
Sentinel
Sentinel
Islands.
Island. Yeah, except for the people of Sentinel Island, always had constant pressure. Always had constant pressure. But yet, through this pressure, we have made diamonds, we made fortunes, we've built, and we're continuously building to the point where people are emulating us. They may not like us, but they still act like us. They still try to emulate us. They try to mock our energy. They try to mock our swagger, our demeanor, everything that we do. They want to be that. You know, even when they talk about bad news or they want to talk about the weather, they're always trying to interpret it in a black person's vernacular and a black person's perspective and energy. They don't want to hear if something happened today. They'd be like, it was a tornado. They'd be like, oh, okay, let me find the nearest black person so I can have it digested so I can understand what happened. That's what it is. If there was a movie that happened that not even a black American cast, they gonna want to find a black American's perspective so they can understand what it is. That's just who we are. We are the conduit. We are that magical energy that people want to obtain that they can't have. And the sadness is the trick is there's no magic. It's just hard work. It's just that's what happens when you see people who constantly had to work and they're back against the wall and no excuses but failure. That's it. That's the only choice we had was to succeed or fail. And you guys always had the option to run. That's that. We ain't running. And y'all need to try to do that. If y'all really want to emulate us, y'all want to try to be the best person and you think you could do better than us, then stop running. Stand where you are, build and kill your egos and instead of unaliving and genociding each other, kill y'all ego. I mean, unalive your egos. Get rid of your ego and your pride and start working with people. You ain't gotta like them. You can H8 people all you want, but you still can barter. There's a lot of people who don't like each other, but they still barter. I mean, it is what it is. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all too busy trying to scapegoat and go against us and try to attach yourselves to us instead of actually, be the best y'all could be. But oh well.
And then dictate to us what we need to do to be better. Ain't that ironic?
we're not. I'm not. I'm not. I won't say I'm dictating to you, man. So
I didn't say you
if
directly.
yeah,
I'm just saying that's what
yeah,
we experience a lot of.
yeah. No, it's unfortunate that that happens, and then it's something that I would never condone myself. So it's I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, people should know their places, right? And we know, like, especially me, I know my place. And I ran, of course, I ran. Because I was in there in the trenches for a while, and I tried and see. Look, not to bother you too much with what really happens on the ground, like Sangha was saying,
Here's the thing that happens in Namibia. In Namibia, in 1904, my own tribe, my community had land that where they were doing their farming. By 1923, that land was fenced off, and today it's private-owned title deed property, owned by the very same people who unalived almost 80% of my people. And to this day, I don't have access to that land. So you say we have resources under our feet. Those resources, all these mineral rights are already sold. They are on land that is owned. That land is privately owned. We keep livestock, but our livestock die of drought, and we can't do, what do you call this? We can't do large-scale irrigation. On which land? On the village land that is left to us? So
You allow it?
it's
Your people are allowing it. Your
my
government
people
is
fought it.
your government
My
is
people
allowing
fought.
it. Y'all make bad deals, continuously make
Ma'am,
bad deals.
my tribe fought these white people when they came, and 80% of our people died. And when our country was going, for a fight to independence, our
And that
people,
was in the
even from that small
1900s,
percentage,
right? Today, y'all got a lot more people and
that
access to a lot more weapons. Why ain't
no,
y'all
no.
squaring up?
The thing about it is they don't even need to do that because Africa's
So
so
here's
vast,
the thing.
though.
Here's the thing.
It's cursed.
So here's the
That's
thing.
all I gotta say.
You're
Who
preaching
who
to the choir because we've done it. So we don't see why you can't do it.
You said you're from Namibia, right?
That's correct.
Give me a second.
Well, I'm gonna do a commercial break right quick since we're waiting on D to come back. We got 77 people in here and we only at 36K, almost 37. Go ahead and tap and get the host to at least 50K, y'all. Come on. You know you want to do it. Go ahead and tap it up. You know what I'm saying? And let's bless our brother for this wonderful live. Gift the host, gift the panel if you want to, but at least gift the host and go ahead and tap y'all. Appreciate you and thank you.
Right. Thank you. Y'all was trying to get my attention. My fault. I had to do something. All right. Thanks for the gifts, y'all. Appreciate it.
So I just want you to understand this, sir. I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
And so I just did a quick Google search. I asked, Google, what's the square mileage of Namibia? It said 318 square mileage. You know that it's 117 square mileage, 117,000 square mileage between Los Angeles and New York. So you mean to tell me that, you know, California itself is an agricultural power. Most of the produce comes from California. So you mean to tell me y'all can't even find a quarter or a section of that, a 16th of that square mileage and build something of your own? Not everything is in one place. Now I can understand if it was like, hey, out of the whole 318,000 square mileage, that 10% of everything that makes something and that has life is in that 10%, then I can say, okay, yeah, y'all screwed. But no, y'all can terraform that place. Y'all can make it into a livable place. There are literal videos of people turning just by using beavers or mocking beavers, how they turn deserts into wetlands and turn deserts into like vast plains so they can grow. Y'all can do the work. I mean, if the Gullah Geechee changed the landscape of the sea islands and the low country with with the techniques of irrigation, and you can still see it today through even looking at the space, looking at space in a telescope. You can see the trails that they made, that waterways and irrigation. They're still standing today from what happened 300 years ago. Y'all can still do that. I don't understand that. That makes no sense. You're still
That's
taking, you're
the
still deflecting accountability to the
no. You
private
made a
people just because you privatize something.
listen.
No, I'm not done. Let me
Since
finish.
you
Let me
were,
finish. Let me finish.
si- si-
Let me finish. Let me finish.
no problem.
You can't take off accountability by blaming privatization, by y'all selling your stuff to companies or whoever, uh, as an excuse of why you guys aren't thriving, because they don't own your whole country. You still have a place to dwell in, regardless of it's a mud hut or a shanty shack. Why aren't you doing something about it? You should be able to do something about it. And I'll end.
All right. I think you want to go back to Google again and find out exactly. The so-called ranches in Namibia are called farms. Just ask Google how many, in terms of percentage, how, what is the percentage of farmland ownership among the whites and absent, Europeans, and what remains to the rest of the Namibians. It will give you a good picture. So I'm in a village and I'm making full use of that village when I'm there, because I'm keeping about 250 cattle on the village, supporting the Namibian beef industry. So it's not like I'm completely, surrendered. I'm not doing anything. So, and even when I'm doing that farming, for a long time, my people, my tribe, have struggled to elevate that, that whole process of just to graduate from, being producers of cattle and selling them to the guy who resells them to the third chain. And we have not been able to penetrate, because these things are controlled by systems, by laws that are made to marginalize, the person with the brown skin. And we keep trying. And even among ourselves, my people fought, and they paid the heaviest price that any people can pay. And now we are a minority in that country, and we cannot influence politics, we cannot influence finance, but we are still cattle farmers. And we, most of the time, even when it's difficult for other communities, our people are not suffering as much as everybody else. And it's more difficult for communities that were urbanized, like the Damara tribe. They don't have any source of livelihood, because everything of theirs is tied to the person who controls the means of production, who has the money, who owns the banks.
Money
These
don't
things are not easy.
equal
It's
land.
not a straight
You
So
still
what does
have
this have to
land.
do with
money.
us, though?
You
That's
still
what I
have
don't
land.
understand. What does it have to do with Black Americans? We didn't do anything to
I,
y'all.
I
What
mean,
does that have to do with Black Americans?
No, that's it's not to say that it's something to do with Black Americans. For me, I would have thought that it's something where you can study the systems and see how, if, because not all Black Americans are doing well. I think they are also being marginalized, and it's by systems, not
Yes.
by anything else.
And we
So I
understand
mean,
that. That's why I don't understand what are you trying to do? You think we don't understand what's happening over here? You think we need to study what happened to you to figure out what's happening to us over here?
yeah, but I mean, you're asking good questions about, no, this is that, that picture is like this, so why are you not doing this? So I'm telling you. And in a way,
There's
I
still a
mean,
way though.
if it answers that question, or if it doesn't answer, at least that it attempts to answer that question, isn't it? Why have you not done this? Why have you not turned the desert into? We are not in charge of the desert. It's owned.
All
It's
I
private
hear is
property.
that y'all gave up. That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like to me.
that's all I hear too. That's all I hear too. Because you guys are still countrymen. It's still your country,
We
and
haven't we
whether
haven't
they
given
had
up.
money or not, if the system was to fill all the
We
land, all you would have is
haven't
people and
ever.
land.
No, we haven't given up on cattle farming in the smallest pieces of land that are drought prone. We are still keeping cattle. Even after we lose a lot of
That's
our
not what
herds,
we're
we're still
talking
keeping.
about giving up on. We're talking about fighting your government and making changes there.
the government in the US and make changes there?
Yes, we do.
Yes, and we're continuously doing it.
Are you fully in charge of influencing that government, or do you get incremental successes here
We
and
are
there?
indirectly influential because they're fighting so hard to stop us, and they're still not winning. They're still losing.
What happens there too? That's exactly what happens there. We are getting some successes. Like my community took about how many years from Namibia's independence in 1990, the first time the discussion on genocide ever landed on an official platform. Even when we said it at rallies, that was like 17 years ago. Not 17 years ago. That was in 1997. And it's from a minority tribe. So it's not like we have surrendered.
Okay, but what
But
about the
these
other
systems
tribes
are.
there? Y'all not grouping together with them? Or y'all being too tribal to have a united front?
It's not easy to have a united front when you have divergent interests. And the country is now run by another tribe that holds a majority of about 60%. But now it's almost like, previously when the Whitey was in charge, the Whitey was 100% in charge of, almost all these industries, mining, finance, education, administration. And what has happened is that the other guy who's now got the political numbers is the one in charge.
It
And
sounds like
most
you're not willing to take a compromise or a loss to get what you want.
That's all I hear when he talks.
Same thing I'm hearing too. Like,
But hey, let's get to TNT really quickly, and then Easy does it. TNT, where you from? What's your ethnicity, sir?
I'm foundational Black American from California.
Hey, hold on, man. Do you have an immigrant background, man?
No, I just told you I'm a foundational Black American.
we had to ask because we got some people that pretend. It ain't personal.
No. Listen. My mom was born in Texas, and I was born in Riverside, California. Yeah, I'm FBA. So
All
yeah,
right,
that's that.
go ahead. What's your thoughts on the prompt?
So let me say this, right? I would say from a collective standpoint, no, right? And why do I say that? And I ain't gonna talk for too long. I gotta say quick and then land. And I see people in the comments like talking about my hairline. I mean, it's just dumb. How you gonna tell me where I'm from? But anyway, um, I would say no from a
I
collective.
was trying to interrupt you, but since you're gonna go to my thing, that man, sir, that's just too much space between your eyebrows and your hairline.
Anyway, man,
that's a square footage, man.
Anyway.
Hey, when I looked at his picture, I was like, he
anyway.
looks extremely African, but I could be wrong. But go ahead, man.
Anyway. So I would say from a collective standpoint, no, because I mean, this question is a little complex, right? A lot of Black immigrants, right? And I ain't trying to take a shot at them, but from what I've seen, I just turned 30. I'm born in '96 and everything. I've seen a lot of Black immigrants of all sorts: Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans. Anybody who's considered a Black immigrant from the diaspora. One thing I have noticed is that a lot of them, when they come over here, they tend to have an anti-FBA rhetoric, right? And the guy down below me, Ryan, like I said, I'm not trying to take a shot at y'all, but it's like, there's a lot of tribalism over there, in Africa and everything. So it's like, I mean, how could we ever have been together when they don't really have their stuff in line over there, right? And that's not to take no shot, you know what I'm saying? So that's the answer to that first one, and then the last one, the last question. What I really think it is, and the reason why they don't want to accept our connection to them is because, once again, I'm not painting everybody with a broad brush, but we understand that delineation is a big thing for FBAs right now, and I really just feel like a lot of them they don't necessarily want to be united with Black Americans. They really just kind of want to use us as their attack dogs, regarding this immigration stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, man, it's all over the place. But at the end of the day, we as Foundation Black Americans, we all we got, and we just got to understand that in our land.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And I could say something back to J. Rowe, but it's like it's just childish, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Feel
that's
free, man. You
About
have the
what?
right to respond. I called you out in public. You can call me back out. I'm cool. I can hold my own.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I'll drop down and just listen. I was listening to the man below. I heard everything he said. I mean, with us being a minority here, well, I mean minority, I mean the numbers. When it was just black and white, we fought ourselves out of slavery. Years of Jim Crow fought ourselves out of that. And we still fighting today. That's why we're at the stance that we are right now. That's why, entertainment wise, we have your Michael Jacksons and your Beyoncés. We fought for all that. So, when I look at a country that has millions of people, millions, and a few come over, and you let them colonize your whole land, and you just make up excuse after excuse, I guess you figured that we're being mean, but take our history and what we have accomplished, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to feel sorry for you. I hate that that happened to you, but it's hard for me to feel sorry for you because we've been through way worse and we're still fighting to get even more better. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you. Rod, you want to respond?
Yeah, no, it's a thing. I've what do you call this thing that I have learned? About two groups of people going to fight the same enemy, and then in the process, this one says I fired the best shot, and so forth. So there's no reason to respond, to be honest, because that comparison. All I know is that in the bigger order of things, you might be. It's good that you are a couple of feet ahead of us because you are fighting better than us. You are doing a lot more, but still we are fighting, isn't it? It's not like we are being fought. It's us fighting. We have to fight. So for me, I think that's where I leave it.
Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything else to say, we will shut it down. We've been here for a while.
Well, thank you for having me. And come on, y'all. We just under 3K to 50. Y'all can tap out these last little 2K.
Thank you, Neil Souls. I appreciate it.
And can you drop me down, please?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, y'all. We'll catch y'all in the AM around 9 or
All right, y'all.
9:30. All right.
I
Somebody else. Somebody was about to say something. Go ahead.
was just saying, all right, y'all.
All right, Jay. Have a good night, man. Everybody else have a good night as well. Peace.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks for having us. Thanks, ladies.
All
Good
right,
night.
bro. All right, man.